Hmm. Hmm. Oh, guess who's back? So a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I wasn't responding to any comments over the last week. Well, that was just because I was on vacation. We were on a cruise out of New York City to Bermuda for so we did a 7-day cruise, and that's why I wasn't here. So for anybody who watches this later, please understand I did make videos for you guys before I left, but I wasn't responding to any comments. So I will get back to those comments either tonight or tomorrow. I'll get back to all the comments again, and you'll be back to a normal schedule as normal, where you'll see regular comments and stuff like that. So please bear with me, and I'll do the best I can. What's going on, Racer's Edge? Again, I'm going to post this up real quick. I'm supposed to put it around and stuff like that. Last Sunday, of course, we were Sunday evening we sailed out of New York City, and we were on our way to Bermuda. Hence why I couldn't do a live stream. And we just flew back this evening. Went to dinner, and now we're here back in Florida again. So back in hot Florida. New York today was only 64 degrees. It was 90 degrees here. As soon as we landed, I was like, oh, it's hot again. We're back in Florida. So Bermuda is amazing. If you've never seen Bermuda, dude, it's pretty nice out there. So that was our 25th cruise we've been on, or 24th, something like that. I'll be able to add it up later. But good times all around, and back to work again. So it'll be another couple months before another vacation comes. So back to normal schedule again. Hopefully you guys have had a great week. Hopefully you guys liked a lot of the videos. I've noticed that the McGuire's out of Foam Cannon is doing really good. The new Voodoo Car Care I just put out is doing really good. I'll put more Voodoo Car Care out for you. Just bear with me. That was what I just had done. That's all I had available again. So all the cars are filthy. I'll be able to clean them all for you, and we're back to normal again. So welcome everybody here. I know we don't have a lot of people on right now. I'll probably post this up now on Twitter that we're going live and stuff like that. But thanks so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. What's going on, Darren? What's going on, Race Red? What's going on, Lynx? What's going on, Christopher? What's going on, A+ Auto Detailing? We come to you. What's up, Gage? How y'all doing this fine evening? Like I said again, we just got off the boat this morning, and we flew back from we flew out of Newark, New Jersey, which is about 30 minutes away from the cruise port there in Manhattan. And it was pretty good. So as you guys get to see from the thumbnail clip, we flew in late Friday night before the cruise, and Saturday, well, you guys were watching my videos. I was touring New York City. I hadn't been to New York City in a while. So we went to the One World Trade Tower at the very top. We went and saw the 9/11 big pools, where the water goes in. We went to, we took the Staten Island ferry over to Staten Island on the back by the Statue of Liberty. We went to Empire State Building. Definitely not worth it, overpriced. We went to Times Square. We were all over the place that one evening. And then the next day we got up and we hopped on the cruise. We were on the Norwegian Escape out of Manhattan again. And then it was 2 days at sea. And then we were at Bermuda for 3 days, and then 2 days back, which got back today. So we've been gone a while, man. And of course, I don't have internet access on the boat, and I'm not paying for internet access while I'm gone. So that's what's going on. What's going on, Juan? How you doing? Use some coconut body wash Subaru. What's going on, Dwayne? How you doing, man? Yeah, Bo. Yeah, I'm definitely back again. It's funny because, as a Floridian, we had warm weather for months on end, right? In February, I was making videos for you guys getting a tan because it was 85 degrees here. Where in New York, I left today and it was 64 degrees in New York in June, 64. And they're all out there, like the pool deck and all that stuff on the top was just, you packed with people, because all the Northerners, they just want to get all their, sun. And for me, I'm like, I'm good. I've got plenty of sun. I'd rather just sleep in late, stuff like that. So my neck's a little dark and stuff like that, minor things. But other than that, I mean, we basically stayed out of it because we just did little tours and stuff like that and slept in. So it wasn't too bad. And again, I got to get back to all your comments because there's so many comments I got to catch up on. But rest assured, I will catch up on all that stuff. So I posted up a few Instagram pictures. If you guys said Instagram, you knew I was on vacation. But I usually don't put out too open that I'm going on vacation, so that don't have the crazies out there like start trying to find me or something like that. So I just left it pretty vague and made sure videos were out for you guys. But I didn't do a live stream. That's why. What's going on, FBC? Just bought some a good grand's worth of products. Some suggestions mixed in there. Good, Links. I really do appreciate it. Again, I'll be able to tell you some just decent stuff that you can get over the counter, a few things from online, but there's no reason to blow tons of money. Just let me spend the money, let you guys go enjoy the time that you don't have to spend the money and try it out yourself. What's going on, Venom? How you doing? Finally caught my first live stream. Love the channel. Usually watch the live streams. Austin, thanks so much for stopping by. I know you probably have a busy life or you're working or whatever. So I appreciate you all coming back. Dr. Sudsy, welcome back. I just got the K-band shut off from Valentine. Thanks for reminding me. Past content. Oh, dude, it's so much better. Now, Dr. Sudsy, can I recommend, if you do have the money, get yourself the new Uniden R3. The R3 has the GPS in it, so you can lock out all your false signals. It'll let you know exactly where red light cameras are, speed cameras are, and stuff like that. So that way, you know, you don't accidentally go to a different part of town you don't know about or out of town and do it. So I'd highly recommend you getting the Uniden R3 if you're going to get a new radar detector. Right now, it's the best long-range detector on the market, as well as it can lock out all those GPS signals. So highly recommended. I think it's $399, but worth every single penny. It shows you exactly how fast you're going according to GPS and everything. So you know if your speedo's off or anything like that, you would know right away. Do cardiac soaps that have wax exclusives? I think it's very, very, very minute, Pooh. I'm thinking it's probably not very much. I mean, maybe it'll help the kid sustain it, but you're not going to see a huge substantial difference like you would if you actually applied wax by hand or with a machine in comparison. You got to be exhausted. I'm a little tired right now. I've got my whatchamacallit, the Bill and Ted's coffee mug out right now. I do have coffee in here. I've got some is it Cafe Bustillo? It's the Cuban coffee that you buy. It comes in a yellow box and the Keurig cups. And that's what I have right now because, yes, I am pretty tired. But I wasn't here last week, and I felt really bad about it, of course. And, of course, you know, I understand I'm going to take my vacations, and I'm going to go away with the family when I can. But, you know, I made sure the videos were done for you guys. But at the same time, I didn't have I didn't get to do a live stream with you guys. So, again, guys, I had a lot of people actually, a lot of you guys do is write me through Instagram or Facebook and stuff and say, are you going to have a live stream or you're asking me questions? And I wrote them personally. I said, no, I'm not. I'm out of town. I won't be doing it. So, you know, I try and keep up with you guys and let you guys know right away. But, you know, not everybody's going to know because not everybody uses Instagram and not everybody's going to private message me. Because, again, I'm not going to go out there and say, hey, guys, I'm going on vacation. I won't do that for you guys. I'll just make sure you have videos, and that's about all I can do. Scott, thanks so much, man. Venom, we're just relaxing after a fun vacation. Again, I was in Bermuda for 3 days on a 7-day cruise out of New York City. So it was good times. Let's see what it says. Hey, Chad, top things to do in Orlando besides Disney, Universal, SeaWorld. Oh, I don't really, that's about it. But, I mean, let's see. Obviously, iDrive has a lot of cool and unique restaurants on it. iDrive, and that's right there near Universal. You have like the Orlando Eye, which is the big giant Ferris wheel. What else is around here that you might like? A lot of water parks. Obviously, water parks here are open year round. Example: Disney World has 2 different water parks, Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon. So year round, at least one of them will be open, and then for like 3 months out of the year. Easily they're either in the fall or the spring. One of them will be shut down while they do renovations, you know, repaint the pool, clean up anything that needs to be fixed over the that period of time, and the other one will stay open. And then when that one's finished, then they'll shut the other one down. So that might be something you're interested in. You have SeaWorld has Aquatica. Universal now has Volcano Bay, which is their big one. It's actually really small. They bought out Wet n Wild, literally moved all of the slides over from Wet n Wild, made it a whole different theme. And essentially, it's Wet n Wild that's been moved in that's now owned by Universal. So Universal owns all the land where Wet n Wild used to be. They're going to put up big high-rise hotels and stuff like that now. So what else is there to do in the area? I don't really know, man. I just to tell you the truth, I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of unique restaurants. Medieval Times is right down the street from me in Kissimmee. They'll say it's in Orlando. It's not. It's in Kissimmee. A lot of stuff's in Kissimmee, and they'll say it's in Orlando. It's not in Orlando. It's down here in Kissimmee. I don't know if you like that kind of stuff. I think we have Machine Gun America where you can shoot fully automatic machine guns. That's down here in Kissimmee, right outside of Disney World as well. If you're into all that stuff, it's pretty cool. Expensive. It's very expensive, but you know, that kind of stuff could be cool. You have Old Town. That's a lot of like outdoor stuff. There's a lot of like fun spots and stuff all around Orlando, that kind of thing. There's that kind of stuff. But, you know, Cocoa Beach from Orlando is only about 45 minutes away. You can be at the beach in Cocoa Beach. And if you're lucky, if you're there where a rocket's going off, you can watch the rockets go off. You know, there's that kind of thing. I'll check it out around the Valentine's, the early 90s. Oh, man, Dr. Sudsy, you have no idea. If you really want a good YouTuber to watch that will tell you a lot about radar detectors, go and look up Vortex Radar. Vortex Radar. So he's one of these guys that gets super like nerdy into it and scientific and does a lot of testing where they show the full, like literally like big comparisons, scientific comparisons that they do out in Texas. And then he shows you the differences between them all. But he breaks it down into like all the scientific aspects. There's nothing, I mean, nothing on the market right now that it can outrange a Uniden right now, whether it's R1 or R3, nothing. I don't care if you have an Escort. I don't care if you have a Valentine. I don't care if you have whoop-de flip-and-do Cobra or whatever. Nothing outdistances the Unidens right now. They are smoking everything, some of them by twice as far. It's ridiculous. Hey, Josh, how you doing, buddy? Can you try Patterson's Car Care? Ken, give me – I've got a few more products I really want to try out here. Of course, I have the Voodoo Car Care that you guys apparently really like. That's got a lot of views on it in just the last day. I will definitely order that stuff for you guys and at least give you guys a heads up of what it actually is. I saw when he was washing who was it? It's the moto vlogger guy. Do It With Dan's GTR that he bought. It was really like, bleh. But you know, I'll give it a shot and I'll buy it for you guys, and you know, you guys can let me know what you think about it. Are you happy with your Sienna? Oh my God, Adam, the Sienna is amazing, dude. It's so comfortable because we test drove the minivan, we test drove the Honda Odyssey, we drove the Dodge Caravan or whatever it was, and let me tell you, there's no comparison. The seats are so much more comfy, more power. The seats completely slide like this. It's so much better in every way. I love the Sienna, and it has right at 30,000 miles already. It has 29,400 miles on it. I just drove it tonight. So in a year, what, almost a year and a half now she's owned it? Yeah, right at a year and a half, she's put 29,400 miles on it. And remember, I bought the GTR 5 days after we bought the minivan. I put 3,600 miles on the GTR. That shows you how much that she drives the minivan versus how much I drive the GTR. It's crazy. Did you still use Chemical Guys? Some of their products, yes. Some of their products are very good. Some of their products are not so good. It's just you got to kind of pick and choose. Maybe look for fair and balanced reviews. If I don't have them, maybe look around and then see what you think before you buy it. It's good to see you again. Thanks so much, Ken. I really do appreciate it. That's why, at least, even if we're only on here for a while, I'll hang out with you guys a little while tonight. We'll just chill. Again, I have coffee in here. I am tired, but I will hang out with you guys for a while. Have you seen the new Grillo's Boss? I did. I actually just got back detail of, again, from vacation. I was in Bermuda, and I did see it on their Instagram. It looks like any other foam can and all that stuff. Obviously, it's foam can, but maybe I'll definitely buy their soap, and we can try it out for sure. Love all your videos. Thanks for the good content. Adam, thanks so much, man. I've always seen, every time I see your little Marine guy there, it's like I always recognize that image right away because it's not like everybody uses a Marine image, so it really catches me. Any problems with it? Not a single problem with it, Adam. I was telling her today, if we kept it another 5 or 7 years, I'd be happy. As a matter of fact, they have statistics out. Of the top 10 vehicles right now that people buy brand new and keep the longest, the Sienna is like number 3. Seriously. The average Sienna owner owns it for about 15 years. 15 years. People just don't get rid of those minivans. And obviously, Toyota is a solid company, so you'll be all right. Cheap ceramic coating. Actually, Bulldog, I haven't tried any. I bought the ceramic, the CarPro UK, and it was only like $80-something. I mean, to me, if it lasts the full 2 years, it's worth $80-something. Trust me on that one, because I've played with friends' cars who have ceramic, and it's great. I just haven't had, obviously, the last couple of weeks. Our neighbor said it literally rained every day this week again, so today was kind of nice. You know, I just haven't had a chance to get time. So hopefully this weekend will be good again, and I'll be able to actually get ceramic coating on GTR. Let's just do this at this point because I've given up. It's the typical summer here in Florida. Sure, Venom, I see what you're saying. As a matter of fact, when Venom's talking about the updates, I have a lot of people that constantly ask me how updates are with products. So I have a video coming out, probably it'll be maybe like Wednesday this week, or it'll be an update video. You guys remember Fuso soft coat that's on my blue Prelude? Remember, guys, I just got the blue Prelude back. So I made an update video. I think it's 9 months in, and we're seeing how long it can last because it says it can last up to 12 months. It's definitely starting to fade, but it's still there, and I wanted to make a quick update video. I'd washed it, and the rain was just about to come in, so I sprayed it down with a hose. Let you guys get to see it. So that video will be out. I think it's Wednesday. I did it right before I left. Now the car's filthy again. So you guys got to see it. The 5-speed manual was done, and I've been driving around town with it. So it's been great. Malik, thanks so much, man. I really do appreciate it. I mean, I enjoy doing these kind of videos for you. It's a lot of fun. The subscribers are a little bit slower right now this month than they were last month, but that's okay. It's YouTube. I've learned over the years is does this and this and this and this, and sometimes you get one of these viral videos that just takes off, and you get tons of views off it, and tons of subscribers, and then you'll have slow months after that for a couple months. So you get really you can't get too addicted, you know what I mean, to the numbers, because otherwise you'll be chasing numbers your whole life. Thankfully, I do this as a part-time job now. I'm trying to get paid off YouTube. Any money that comes back in helps me repay for the products that I buy, which is really helpful, obviously. But these big YouTubers have, 1 million subscribers. They have to chase those numbers every day because that's their paycheck that pays their bills. And thankfully, I don't have to worry about that. Good tire shine that doesn't leave your tires brown. I don't know, man. I use a lot of tire shines, and it might take me like 6 months before I really see any browning. And then I just come back with Mother's like back to black tire thing, and it works really good. What's the total price of these Sienna? MSRP was $39,000 on it because it's a fully loaded Sienna SE. We got it for like $34,000. We got them down to $34,000. So no ballpark on that. Anywhere between 34 to 36, I think would be fair. But we got them down to like 34 and change is what we got them down to. But we had to wait a few days because they didn't have it in stock. So their sister dealership had to send it up from West Palm Beach. So we had to wait a couple days, but that was fine for us. We weren't in any rush. Yeah, I got a killer deal. We got a killer deal on the Sienna. I'm going to tell you right now. We really got them down low. I'm asking, I think about trading for, a Sienna. I tell you what, you guys, we went to the cruise. So we had 2 big bags and 3 carry-ons, plus my son's stroller, and then he had to be in there. So we always leave the 3rd row folded down into the floor. We don't ever use the 3rd floor, so the 3rd row is always folded down. There was so much room left in the van. It's ridiculously big. It's the best thing. It is a 300 horsepower engine, 300 horsepower engine. It's the same engine that's in the Tundra. And, like I said, I can floor that thing, and I've raced many cars on the street with that and beat people. So it's no slouch. It's very comfortable. You sit pretty high up because obviously you're kind of like an SUV platform kind of thing. It's a great vehicle all around. No complaints. What do you recommend to reduce old wax before clay bar? I actually have Griot's Garage Paint Prep. That's what I personally use. It removes all sealants and like waxes and polymers and stuff. So it's clear. It's called, if it's from Griot's Garage, it's Paint Prep. Okay, you can either buy it from their website, or I buy my stuff from AutoGeek because it's always here within 1 day. 1 day, literally, because AutoGeek is located in South Florida, in Stuart, Florida. So, and when I ordered it, literally is delivered the very next day. So, because we're only like 2 hours away from Stuart, Florida, so it's really nice. What's up, Nikki? How you doing? Just joined. I see you up in here. Hey, do you have Instagram? Yes, I do. It's just like my screen name. It's Accord79, ACC0RD79, Accord79. Speaking of vehicles, I'm picking up the new Genesis G70 straight from Korea. Honestly, my wife had a Hyundai for, well, I don't know. She had the Hyundai Accent for 10 years before we got that Tucson that she had before we had the baby. And the Tucson was really good. No problems with the paint whatsoever. It's a great vehicle, so I don't think you'll have any problems. The new G70 is very nice. I guess see it. I also heard it comes here. It comes in a 6-speed manual if you want. So that's pretty cool. Any ranch tonight? I do have this, but I just got eating. We just got done eating. We just got back from eating hibachi, but you guys see it right here, the Cheetos Summertime Ranch. So yeah, I've got you for you. I got you. But again, I'm full, absolutely full right now because we just got back from eating hibachi. You guys know hibachi and they cook in front of you and stuff like that. Oh, I love that stuff. So our tradition is every time we come back from a cruise, it doesn't matter where we're cruising to, the night we get back from the cruise, we always go down to a local place. It's called Mizu Sushi and Hibachi Steakhouse. So we always go there every time, and we just got back. So I'm like, full right now. I don't need any more food. What's up, Brian? How you doing, man? Good to see you back from New York. Yeah, dude. New York was cold. I couldn't believe it. We were sailing out of New York. It was 60-something degrees. I did not bring a jacket. I had 1 pair of jeans because we're going to Bermuda, right? It's hot in Bermuda. It's like 84, 85 degrees in Bermuda. And, of course, why do I need jeans or any jacket for? We didn't know because on Saturday it was like 85 degrees when we were in New York. And the next day it was like 64, and it was cloudy and it was cold, because all that wind's coming across the deck as you're going out. And I was like, holy crap. And so that was pretty crazy, but it was nice. What should I do to badge a car that is six years old? I've never really debadged too much. I've seen some great ways to do it, like with fishing line and stuff like that. But I know there's some good steps from like who is it? Ammo NYC. He has to do debadge a lot of cars. If you want to look him up, he would probably give you a lot of good tips on that kind of stuff from there. Because I don't really have. I like to leave. Personally, I'm a person who likes this car looking as original as possible. How's that sound, guys? So I leave all my symbols on there and stuff. Now the Nissan badge on my GTR was taken off before I bought the car. It was automatically it was already taken off, so I left it in the way it is. But I would never have taken off that Nissan badge because I just to me I like things to look as perfect as possible, other than maybe like wheels or tint or something like that. You know what I mean? Tomorrow, my Amazon foam can comes in the mail, only $20 with 5 nozzle. That is a good deal, man. You'll love the foam stuff, man. I love it so much. What's the best car wash in the world? Ooh, over the counter would probably be something like a Meguiar's Gold Class, Mother's Wash and Wax, Surf City Garage, or Eagle One. Eagle One is amazing. I love that too. If you had to order online, I would say either Limitless Lather is probably the best I've ever tried from Limitless Car Care, and Wax Scott's Car Soap, or any one. Those are two online that you'll be like blown away by. But probably the best car wash I've ever tried is from Limitless Car Care, Limitless Lather. Now, granted, I've never tried every single car wash out there, but just give you guys a heads up what it is to help you out. You know, they're amazing quality products. Best part of Bermuda, the beaches. So Bermuda has what's called pink sand beaches. I don't know what makes the sand pink, but it has these little flakes of pink in it, and so it gives the whole beach a bit of a pink color to it. And it's the particulates in the sand. It's so cool, and the water is this like turquoise blue, and they have these big like boulders that are like sticking out of the water. And oh my God, guys, you have no idea. It's just it's really worth it. I mean, it sucks that you have to go all the way out there to see it, but dude, it is worth it all day long. Hey guys, what's going on today? We have a brand new product here from Bill and Ted. It's going to be a coffee mug here from Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights 2017. Let's do a review on it. How is New Jersey? New Jersey is very trashy from what I can see. New Jersey was very dirty. New York, it's like New York subways. We took the subway from by the bus terminal up there in like the center of New York City, all the way down to like the World Trade Center. Very dirty, very dingy, just disgusting. But yeah, Jersey, very dirty. We stayed in a really nice residence in by Marriott. That's right off the Lincoln Tunnel. So if anybody's from up there, you know where it is, called Plaza Drive, Plaza Circle. And that was really nice. But yeah, Jersey as a whole is like, ugh. You know, it's really dirty and old and run down, and not impressed by up there at all. Not impressed at all. It's so much cleaner in Florida. Way cleaner in Florida. Did you get a loan? Yes, we did. We got our loan through Toyota. It's like 0.9% or whatever. It's under my wife's name because it's her vehicle, and we just bought it through Toyota. We put down a $14,000 or $15,000. I don't know. Like our loan wasn't that much at all, brother. It was pretty cheap. So we didn't have to finance too much. What's the next product you're doing? Can I have a few vlogs, a few videos already done? Maybe there's some reviews or just like basic update videos, but I've got to get those out and just edit those and put them out for you guys real quick. But I don't know right now. We'll see what happens. Again, all the cars are filthy. I mean, all of them are filthy, but we'll see. I know a lot of you guys were asking. You guys asked for it. I will tell you guys that are on right now. You guys, for Foam Friday, I had a lot of people keep asking me, would you test out regular like dish soap, like Dawn dish soap in the foam can? So I listened to you guys, and I drug the foam can and pressure washer all the way to my white car, because white car has nothing on it. It doesn't run anyways, obviously you guys know. So I actually tested that, and it foams up decent. Not bad, but it foams up decent. So you're going to see that in Friday's foam video. It's Dawn dish soap in the foam cannon. And so it is pretty funny. You're going to have those people that are like, why did you try it on a white car? It's like, because if it strips the wax, I don't want it on any of my other cars. So that's why I tried it. But a lot of you guys kept asking for it. Of course, I listened to you guys, and that's why I did it. So hopefully it helps you out. Simo Car Wash is awesome. I'll have to look into it. There's a brand that's, I don't know if it's a Spanish brand or something like that. It's Crystal. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's like Crystal and has this like big guy on it or something like that. I see it come through work all the time in the big boxes, but I don't know. We'll see. Take the New York subway every day. Not worth having a car here. Oh, I wouldn't even buy a car there either. As a matter of fact, we took Uber today home from the port. You know, the port there, if you obviously know it, Cody, you know, it's right there by, what is it? Is it 43rd Street or 48th Street? You guys know where it is, right there, the Manhattan Cruise Terminal, right next to the USS Intrepid, the aircraft carrier. That's where we were at. And yeah, it's really, there's no reason to have a car there. It's way too expensive. Motorcycle, maybe, so you can zip in and out of traffic, but there's no real reason to have it otherwise. What mods do you have on the GTR? Right now, it's just the exhaust because my mods personally is paying off the thing. I only owe $24,000 left on the GTR, if you can believe that. And I just bought it last year. I mean, so I've already paid off of almost half of my car. I've already paid off from my original loan that I had. My original loan I had taken out last January. So I'm on track to probably pay it off in less than 3 years. And that's my long-term goal because I know I'm going to have to buy a four-door car here in the next couple of years. We'll see what happens. I can't believe you have ranch Cheetos. What do they look like? They're little stars. They're little stars, Cody. I guess they don't have them in New York. You should be able to have them. Like go to Walmart. Here, I'll show you what they look like, Cody. Hold on, buddy. Can you see this? They're just little stars with a little ranch flavor on them. That's it. Nothing special. So it's like the air puffy, like what do you want to call it? Like a Cheetos Paws or like the regular Cheetos. And then you just have, it's just white cheddar with the stuff on it. That's it. You should do a driving vlog in the Blue Prelude. When you ever get the mail, go. You should do a vlog driving in the Blue Prelude. I've thought about it. I've thought about making videos like that. Just doing vlog videos, but I don't know how people would feel about that. If I ever did do vlog videos, it would not be on a major day because the major days are set aside for either car reviews or testing products like in a foam canner or something. So maybe I would put it out like on a Tuesday or something like that. Because again, I don't want to, I'm not trying to change. I would never want to change the channel for what it's for. And I don't want to turn off some people that might be only here for product reviews. You know what I mean? So we'd see, because I have a lot of people ask me questions all the time about like, again, like you talking about the Sienna quality and stuff like that. So we could talk about Sienna. A lot of people ask me how I can afford a GTR, and I could talk about these things and give everybody tips and tricks and how I did it and how they also could do it too. And, you know, those kind of things, but it would only come out like on a Tuesday. So it wouldn't be on a Monday. It wouldn't be on like a Wednesday or Saturday, you know, that kind of thing. It would be an off day that I wouldn't do it. So that way I'm not forced to do a vlog every single day. Cause then you have to get the GoPros out, stick them in your car. You got to bring the microphone out that connects to the GoPro. And then you also have to get my son in the back of the car, and I have to drive around with my son. You can hear him laughing downstairs. And, so there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So I don't know if I want to do it all the time. So we'll see. Detail spray versus spray wax. Detail spray is only going to clean like light dust and stuff off. Spray wax will give you some bit of protection. Not as much as a full wax though. Simon Wash. Let me read all through your stuff. Sorry, guys. My Latino maid uses crystal to clean the bathtub. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Did you go on a cruise? Yes, I did, Jillian. We went down to Bermuda on the Norwegian Escape out of Manhattan Cruise Terminal. So we were up in New York City. So New York, you know what I mean? Best part of the cruise, going to the island. That was the first time I've ever been to Bermuda. I've been on so many cruises now. So we've been everywhere in the Caribbean. Every island that basically the cruises that we'll go to, I've been there. So we were kind of bored of the Caribbean. We've been to Alaska twice. We've been to the far side of Mexico where you go out of LA down to like Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, that side of Mexico on the Pacific side. We've done the one where you go to Boston, you go up through Canada and then come back to Boston. So we needed somewhere new to go besides going all the way to like Hawaii or like Canada or like you know, Europe and stuff like that. My son's just too young. He can't handle a flight yet. So 2 hours of flight time up to New Jersey was enough for him. He started screaming at the end. So, you know, that's why we went out there. Do the logs say like, Yeah, Cody, the thing is, I got to keep things the way they are, but I don't also want to like. The thing you got to worry about as a YouTuber is you don't want to run off your core supporters. That's one thing I learned a long time ago. Because I see that a lot of big channels that have totally changed. I subscribed to them for this kind of content, and once they got huge, well, let's do movie reviews now. Well, I don't give two shits about no movie review. I just don't give a damn. I didn't subscribe for you for that, and they just started doing this kind of stuff. And their core reviews that they used to do or core videos that they all did. Maybe they only do a couple a month now, maybe 2 or 3 a month most. But man, every single movie that comes out there, sure enough, they're reviewing it, or every preview for a movie they're doing it, or every little. I mean, they've gotten away so much from their core, what they were known for years. And they built their channel on up to a couple million subscribers now to like, who gives a crap about this? But they see it as easy ways to cash in and stuff. And when they do this kind of stuff and then they start arguing back with their subscribers, boy, they take massive hits on subscribers. They bleed tons of subscribers. I've unsubscribed from so many YouTube channels that have changed from what their core videos were for years to they're now here and they're like, well, F you subscribers who don't like me. And they're like, you built your way up because of this. Okay, you have hundreds of thousands or a couple million subscribers because of these people. Okay, because what you did here, not because of this crap you did here. If you did this crap, you would have never been the size you are now. So when that happens, when they start raging back against their subscribers, gone. And I've unsubscribed from many channels because of it, because I don't want to waste my time on it. You know what I mean? Have I tried Mothers 2.0? No, dude. Brandon, I just got back from a vacation today. I've been gone since June 1st. I think we flew out on June 1st. So we've been gone for a while, buddy. So no, I haven't. Did you spend time with the wifey? Obviously, we were watching my son all day long, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I mean, when you have a 2-year-old, that's all you do sometimes is watch him run around. Actually just got set up my first cruise. We go in September. Cool. We are possibly going on another cruise around September, October. I don't know yet for sure. I'm going to look into it. It'll be it either goes out of New York or it goes out of Quebec, and it goes all the way up around the St. Lawrence Seaway into Canada. It stops in Quebec, or it starts in Quebec, goes all the way around. So it stops in like Halifax, Nova Scotia on the way back or on the way up there, and then goes like a couple stops in Quebec somewhere and up there in France land. So don't know. Never said doing daily vlogs with just one more video drive football. Oh yeah, I can do that for sure, man. I mean, a lot of people do, maybe I'll get one of these done this week. Again, I've got to get back into busting it out video mode. Once I get ahead on and stuff where I'm like a week ahead on videos again, then I'll be able to feel more at ease and be able to make the videos for you guys with those kind of stuff. What's up, Daniel? How y'all doing? So many product reviews you got to expand today. I just noticed some of the larger channels that I watch built up their subscribers and switched Patreon and stopped being posting. Yeah, they do, Adam. That's the new thing right there, is the catch and bait. If I ever get donations, once in a while I've got donations, which is always very nice, and I really do appreciate it. I've got some big donators in here that have donated every week they'll donate $20 to $40, and then I'll even get private things, and with PayPal they'll go into my PayPal and donate another $10, $20 to me later on after the stream. And that's very nice, but I'll never, ever, ever ask for money, because it's like I work my own job. I'll pay my own products and stuff like that. That's the way it's always been. So anything that does come in, yes, it does help a lot, but I'll never go out there and ask. It's like, why? I can't stand those people. I can't stand the people that for years they've been like this, and then suddenly let's switch our channel and be like this now that we're this big, because you knew for a fact that they would never be the size they were if they would have pulled this crap and did that back then. They would still be a nobody, still having to work a regular job instead of being able to quit and just live off of YouTube. It sucks. So there you go. That's my 2 cents. I won't do that, buddy. Glad to see the live stream for sure, Dalton. I'm back. Not sure about the one-way cruises. It's not a big deal, Julian. What you got to do, though, for example, for me, I'll have to probably either fly to New Jersey again and take the cruise out of New York. But then on your round trip, you have to take the flight out of Quebec back down to Orlando. That's all you got to plan. So when you punch in the thing, you have to punch in from here to there, and then on a round trip going back from there to there. That's all. It's really no big deal. It's just one leg there and one leg back there. So it's pretty good. What's up, AJ? How you doing? Got to work in the morning, so I'm heading to bed in a minute. Will you try Girls Garage Satin? Yeah, I saw it the other day over there at, I think when I was at O'Reilly's. Definitely get to it. And Dalton, I did get some coverall. I did finally buy that, so one of these, maybe this week I'll be able to get it for you. You know what I mean? Because I think Coverall is what a lot of people kept asking me for. It's in a blue bottle. You guys remember it, so I did went ahead and picked it up when the last time I was at O'Reilly. So I'll definitely try and get that out. Maybe I'll wash the GTR and we'll see what happens this week. You know how things go. Would an odor eliminator be okay to use in a car with leather seats? Oh, sure. I don't see any issues with it, especially ones that are like the squirt bottle ones and stuff. You'll be fine there. I've never been on a plane yet. Maybe someday. I've been on a lot of planes, buddy. A lot of planes. I've been all the way to Europe many times into Europe. I've been all over the United States on planes. I've been to Canada on planes. I've flown to Puerto Rico many times on planes for cruises. It's fun until you hit a lot of turbulence. Matter of fact, today on the way back in, right around the Florida-Georgia line, we ran into some very bad turbulence. It was like the whole time. Like I'm trying to pour like a thing for my son, and it was just like, oh God, the whole time you couldn't even keep it up. It was bouncing so much and dropping around. And I was just like, holy cow, this is ridiculous, and that it can make you a little bit uneasy or nervous. Like some people will start screaming and stuff. You hear them on the plane. So don't let that get to you. It's just once in a great while. We've had some really bad turbulence before. So, don't be there. Dalton, thanks so much, buddy. I'll definitely go next time I'm at the stores. I'll try and look for it. Okay. Thank you so much, Dalton, for the donation. I really appreciate it. What up, Chad? Have you ever heard of the company called NanoScan? Yeah, Esteban. NanoScan has basically especially been copied as of the last couple of years. Many companies are using that type of technology. Example, the Mother's Clay 2.0. That's essentially a NanoScan. The Grillo's Garage mitt. I think Chemical Guys has a mitt now. It's essentially the same kind of rubber thing that takes it out. But yeah, I've used that type of thing on from other brands, and it's been really good. Dalton. Let's see what you got on the plane. Snacks. I think I got the blue potato chips or whatever they are, the blue chips, and I think I got some other kind of cookies. We were on JetBlue, so just giving you a heads up. If you guys fly JetBlue a lot, I don't have the money. Dalton, don't go broke donating, man. Don't go broke. I'll never want somebody to go broke trying to donate to me. It's like that's just silly. You know what I mean? I see these little kids that watch these Twitch live streams that are donating $100, and it's like, where did you get that $100 from? You're like 14, and they're doing it from their parents' account or something like that. And it's just, ooh, that's bad, man. That's bad. Or they're like, oh, it's my last bit of money. And it's like, no, that's crazy. Do you use a pressure washer every time you wash a car? No, Jared, I don't. Most of the time, I just use a 2-bucket system. You guys see, to me, it's a lot faster and a lot easier. The foam cannon is great. It gets off a lot of the dirt. But if you guys got to see that recent video, it does not get off all the dirt. Using a foam cannon does not remove all the dirt. Your car is still going to be dirty, and you're still going to have to wash it by hand. So, that's what people need to understand. A lot of people, I got a bunch of down thumbs on that video. I was actually pretty shocked by that. And it's like, I'm just showing the truth. But I haven't watched the comments or anything. Because you know how it is. You get back and you have the keyboard warriors that have I've washed my mom's car 3 times. This video is crap, and you're just like, whatever, dude. You have those everybody gets them for any type of video they put out. You can put a video gaming thing out. And you could be the best video game player in the world, and you're gonna bring in haters. It's just the nature of the industry. Can you do a 760 spin in the chair? No, not right now. I know I haven't donated in a while. I love videos. Don't worry about Dalton. I appreciate it, though. Do you use car soap in the bucket when you clean your tires? Yeah, Prue. What I like to do is I'll either you can starting with the wheels, let's say, and I'll use car soap in there. Maybe some of my cheaper car soaps, like a Black Magic or something I just have to get rid of. And then I'll dump it out because, the wheels get really dirty, nasty. I'll dump it out, wash out the buckets, and then I'll come back, let's say, and actually do the 2-bucket method on the car. But that's generally how I do it. I will not cross-contaminate that stuff. I dump that bucket every single time because that stuff has so much dirt and nastiness on it. So I get rid of it right away. And then I just fill it up freshly for my paint. Or sometimes if I'm lazy, I'll wash the paint first and I'll wash the wheels last. Just so I already have it. That did not sound good. My son just dropped something. Pointing a pressure washer. Adam, it'll help get off a lot of the loose dirt. Remember, the less you touch your paint, the less chance you have of creating swirls. Do you think the best mod on a car? What? Do you think the best mod? It's nice seeing a car. I can't stand going to car shows or car get-togethers. And let's say it's a sunny day here in Florida, and half the cars have swirls all over them. I'm not saying my car is perfect by any means. You know, only when I first just got done polishing and compounding it, that's when it'll be nice. But over a time, you know, it'll get swirls, it'll pop up in it and stuff like that. But when you see cars that are completely swirled out, you're like, oh my God, you know, that kind of thing gets to you after a while. Call Greg Masterson's asking questions about his product, and he told me that they're going to be, when Father's Day sale, it'll be 20% off, free shipping. Yeah, he does that a lot, Freedom Flights. He does that a lot. Sometimes you'll even catch 30% off if you're lucky. I say for everybody who's interested in a lot of these online companies, definitely either subscribe to them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram or Twitter, whatever you guys personally use. Because many times on these holidays or whatever, they'll do like 25 or 30% off. And that's a great way to get it, some killer deals. So you're getting these top-end products for the prices like Mother's or McGuire's. You're getting some top-end products. These are the ones you want. Even AutoGeek. AutoGeek does sales all the time. Sometimes they'll even get up to 30% on AutoGeek. So you think when you get to, like, let's say even 25%, now I'm going to buy a Roops polisher or a Flex polisher. They're like $400. Well, if you're putting 25% off, that's $100 off that polisher. Now you're starting to talk my language. You know what I mean? That's when you're saving really big money. So it's really good to follow these kind of people on Instagram or Facebook or whatever you guys happen to use. That's what I did, and that's when I tend to make my purchases, when I see the good sales come up. Welcome back, Sean. Thanks so much, dude. Do you take your GTR to Walmart? Yeah, I've taken it up there many times. How can you remove stains from or dirt from plastic? Stains or dirt. Now, I do have some products that will remove like wax and stuff like that from your plastic. You know how you get like cheaper waxes that'll you'll hit like the black trim on your car and it'll turn it white. Well, I do have a product from McKee's 37 that will remove it, or says they will. I haven't honestly tested it yet, so I'm not going to say one thing. But I know Chemical Guys has a new one now that will do the same thing. You might want to check into something like that if that's what you mean. Are you afraid of door dings? Of course, dude. When I park my car way out. Even when I drive the minivan, it's way out there, guys. I usually park next to one of the what do you want to call them? Like end caps, you know, where it's like a next to the little end cap grass area. I usually park next to one of those, so at least my door is always covered. Maybe not the driver, passenger side, but I'm usually so far out that nobody parks next to me anyway, so it's usually pretty good. If you heard about the Milwaukee battery-powered polisher, I haven't heard about that. I know that Flex makes a battery-powered polisher, but again, I don't really want to wait to have a battery charge up. I just get the extension cord and plug that sucker in and go to town for as many hours as I need it. Because compounding polishing can usually take hours to do it right. So I need something that's going to last me for hours. So just putting the cord over my shoulder with an extension cord, I'm good to go. You know what I mean? I can go and go and go. Any tint on your cars? Yeah, Cody, my blue Prelude has 5% tint on it. It's from Lumar. Lumar tint, it's 5%. I don't know if it's ceramic, but it's like the second to highest one. That's all I remember. I know my 370Z also had 5% on it from the same place down the street in St. Cloud. They did it with Lumar. But then, of course, I sold the 370Z. I was going to tint the GTR sooner, but I don't know. Sometimes, how do I want to say this? It's fun driving the GTR. I like the attention you get once in a while. You definitely get attention with the GTR. And I don't mind letting somebody see who's actually driving the car. How's that sound? So I know it sounds maybe a little egotistical, but it's kind of fun letting other people see who's actually driving the car. You know what I mean? And where if you have a lot of tint on it, they're never going to see who's driving the car. So call me weird. I just don't know. You know what I mean? It's nice right now, and I don't drive it enough where I need the tint on it all the time. So, and the air conditioning in the GTR is like, whoa, it will freeze your butt out. It's nuts. From your observations, do people with rare cars take care of them? Most of the people with rare cars, I know that have, like, let's say some 90s JDM cars and stuff, they rarely ever drive them. They literally sit in there in their garage queens. They might take them out once a month. You know, that's their third or fourth car, and it doesn't move. I use the M18 battery-powered vacuum from Milwaukee. Love his products. Okay, but again, I haven't ever tried it, so I'm not going to complain. I'm just saying that I know personally when I did the GTR when I first bought it, the swirls were so bad in it that it took me 7 hours to compound and polish the entire car and have it spotless. You know, at my level of spotless, where I'm like keep going over and over and over with the light and then taking it out in the sun. Am I good? Am I good? It took me right at 7 hours, and but then it was flawless, and that's the way I personally like it. So I don't think a battery is going to last me 7 hours. That's what I'm trying to say. So I hope you understand. Oh yeah, I've had 5% tin on 4 different cars now. I like, one, in Florida, it's so hot, as you guys know. I like the heat being out of it. And 2, I don't like people seeing what's in my car, especially because I've had 2 cars broke into over the years. So I like people where nobody knows what's in my car, and it's just a lot better that way. What you mean the tin GTR, and they will see you. Yeah, I can't deal with the heat without tin in Kentucky. Yeah, tin is a god save. When I had my 370Z, the Prelude has it. The whole front windshield is tinted, but it's tinted at 85% Lumar. They call it air blue from Lumar. So it reflects like most of the heat that would come into the car, even though it's a clear tint. So it's really cool. I love that stuff a lot. Going to bed, starting a new job tomorrow. Good luck, Brian. Good luck, man. Don't quit. Don't quit. I never quit my job, dude. Some days in the past, I'm like, man, I should go find a new job. And I was planning to go in the Army after college, but that kind of fell through. I'm glad I still have that job because it's paying pretty good, great benefits, and got pension. So there's no reason for me to leave it. Whether I hate it, I like it, this is pointless at this point because I get paid a good rate. You guys are running back and forth. Is your Prelude immaculate besides the rust? The paint's chipping a little bit from the years of driving it. It has 196,000 miles on it, somewhere around there, 197. It's right around there. So after years and years of driving it, I've got rock chips on the front. The Prelude, like the front hood does this, and it catches, it's caught a lot of rocks over the years through there, and the wing mirrors, on the passenger side especially, it's got a lot of the paints come off it from that. Can you try the McGuire's dual action power systems? I have one, but I just never used it personally. I'm sorry. Clayton Holmes. I don't even know who you're talking about. So no, I haven't heard of it. You have a war in the comment section. What's new? What's new? It's part of hanging out with YouTube people on live stream. I don't know what goes on. I only read the questions that are directed to me. Anybody that's like putting at and somebody else, I don't pay attention to those things because they aren't directed towards me, so I don't read them. Does your blue Prelude have any upgrades? Just stereo. There's only stereo in there. When I bought that Prelude, I was finishing up college. My parents just got a divorce, so I was out on my own. I probably shouldn't have bought it at the time, but I really wanted it. And so I put myself into a bit of financial stress because now I suddenly had to pay rent, to pay all the utilities instantly overnight, had to pay car, and I was trying to finish going my senior year of college. And I probably shouldn't have bought it, but I was just like, I really want. I was sick of the old beater cars I had for a couple of years there, and I was like, I really want something nice that I enjoy. And yeah, no upgrades right now. only the stereo, because at the time I just didn't have the money, honestly. And rent obviously was first, and having to pay the utilities, and the car was last. You know what I mean? That's just the way it goes. Are you ever going to review a hand product? I don't know, Esteban, because I don't see myself ever using them. Well, it's like the foam guns. I rarely use my foam guns. Very rare, guys. So I hope you all guys understand that. We work tomorrow, so I'm going to go to bed now. Good night, Dalton. Good night. Greg also says they're going to come out with a compound polish and finishing polish. Yeah, he said he was going to come out with one soon. I don't know. I know he hasn't put out tons of videos as of late. Then again, when you're the owner of the company, you don't have time. The problem is he can't be that guy that's on YouTube, the face of the company anymore, making the YouTube videos and trying to run the company at the same time. That's got to be so stressful. He's going to get to a point where he's going to have to hire somebody else to do the detailing side of it, the videos of it, and then where he can just be in the background. Maybe a video once in a while, but he needs somebody that's there to do the videos for him. And show the steps and stuff like that and review them. So it's going to be very hard though, because he is one of those perfect salesmen. He has the best attitude. He really sucks you into his videos. He makes you want to buy the products, and it's really hard to find people like that. Truly is hard. The best salesmen are hard to get there. If you can detail any car, past, present, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't think about that too much. I mean, I was a teenager in the 90s. Everybody knows it. I'm a little bit older now. I love 90s JDM legends like the generation before me. They all love their muscle cars from the 60s and stuff like that. That's never been anything for me. They're fine looking, but I don't go in there and go, oh my God, did you see that Camaro? Did you see that Cuda and that GTO? None of that. It's just, man, they're cars for me, whatever. It's never been affected. The ones that I go like, oh, if I see a Supra go by or NSX go by or RX-7 FD go by, 300Z twin turbo go by. These are the cars I want to buy. I'm like, so maybe those kind of things would be fun for me, but I don't look at them and go like, I just don't look at any other cars and go like, ooh, if you gave me $100,000 tomorrow and told me to go spend it on cars to do it, it would be those cars that right there. I just named off those kind of cars. I'd import like a R32 GTR over from Japan. Definitely like NSX. I know NSX are slow as crap. A super twin turbo. It has to be manual, of course, which are very expensive. FD, Mazda, these kind of things I would buy. And I just have a bigger garage to put them all in because you wouldn't drive them all the time. They would just sit there for the most part on a battery tender. Do you think CG paid Greg? I don't know how well they did Abracadabra. Obviously, he wanted to start his own company. I would assume that they had to pay him a decent rate for at least a while because of the fact that he did make the company what it is today because of his great sales leads. I would have hoped they would have at least paid him like $20 an hour, maybe even $25 an hour, because as a professional detailer, you can make a lot more money than that per hour if you're hustling all day long. So, as a young man, I would have hoped they, especially in California, I hope they would have paid him at least around $20, $25 an hour minimum. And went from there because yes, his charisma and stuff really helped being a great sales, which, he comes out with a new product from Como Guys, and he was the one that pushes it. Well, you see some of their stuff when they put it out, they make a batch of like 10,000 and it's sold within the first week. And you're like, what? So, they're making killer amounts of profit. So, and then every one of these franchises that opens up, they also get a part of the franchise now. The guy's got to be a multimillionaire by now. If he's not, it's like, how is that possible? So I figured the guy, the original owner, is a multimillionaire by now. At least he has a couple $1 million worth of assets. Let's put it that way. I mean, the building alone has got to be worth $1 million. It's in California after all. Yeah, 300Z is awesome. What other cars would you have chosen besides the 370Z back then? I don't know. Like for years, I wanted the 370Z. I thought they were beautiful cars, that they had great looks. The only thing I really wanted was a 370Z back then, and of course I bought it. So that's all I was thinking about at the time. Greetings from Lakeland, Florida. How do you feel about detailing your engine with a Bailey pressure washer? So what I do, I have a couple videos on when I actually wash the engine bay. Go back, and I have videos from Masterson's degreaser and Chemical Guys orange degreaser. It's pretty easy, cut and dry. I didn't use a pressure washer at all. I just covered the fuse boxes like with a Walmart plastic bags. You can cover your what's it called, alternator with a plastic bag, stuff like that. Anything that might get has wires and stuff that you want to cover, and then just spray liberally, like Hillary Clinton liberally, literally spray that degreaser all through the engine bay, everywhere in it. Like Hillary Clinton, everything, like soak it. Let it sit in there a while. Get those like soft bristle braid brushes, and then just go in there and work it. And then you can even get a small horsehair brush and really get in the tight areas right there, and then just have to spray it down. Literally, you'll just see it. Oh, it's amazing. The results you get afterwards is amazing. Afterwards, I love it. So if you really want to see how they did it, that's fine. No pressure washer needed at all. You'll be fine. For 240 SX, dude, 240s are really going up in value now, especially like the late 90s 240s. They're really going up in value. I have a feeling in the next couple of years when the Silvias become legal, that are let's say the late 90s Silvias, they'll be way high in value, probably 15 to 20,000, because those are so highly sought after. Would you put ceramic coating on the new paint or a blue paint job? Yeah, for sure. I would definitely do that, Jared. For sure. I have no problems doing that. Do you know why Greg left? All I know is he wanted to start his own company. I don't know if there was any arguments in the company. I don't know. But I know he wanted to start his own company. That was one of his dreams. So he ventured off and started his own company. That's all I know, boss. $500,000 is a long way. I've never seen a Type R on the road. Integra Type Rs. I'll give you a story. Okay, back in 2000, I was 19 years old in 2000. I bought my Honda Accord Type. It was an EX, not Type R. Don't say that. It's a Honda Accord EX V6. So it was a fully loaded two-door coupe model of the Honda Accord. It was a green one, and I loved it. Leather interior, everything, power, everything. I remember going to Acura. It was right down the street from my school. I was in Jacksonville, Florida, and they had 3 Integra Type Rs on the lot. They were asking $21,000 or $22,000. That's all they were asking for these Type Rs. They had 2 yellows and 1 black Type R on the lot, and they said they would sell it to me for like $21,000. I ended up buying that Honda Accord for $25,500. Yeah, I got hit pretty hard. Looking back, I wish I would have bought the Integra Type R. But yeah, one of the guys that I worked with for years, he was in my wedding up in Jacksonville, Florida. He had a white championship white 97 Integra Type R, and I'd ridden in it. Think of it just as a regular Integra with a lot of like red stitching and like Alcantara in it. That's all it was inside. Nothing special. Not super fast by any means, but it was made for like track days and stuff like that. But yes, they're very rare. At the IBOC meet, I saw like 3 of them. Hey, look who showed up. Look who showed up too. Okay. You going to bed?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
It's
Bye.
late.
Bye. All right, just put my GTR on the ground. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So that's my wife, obviously, for you guys who don't know. Just this is my random woman that I bring around the house once in a while. For you guys who don't know, that's what it is. If any questions on how do you remove the ceramic coating? Ceramic coating will start wearing off after a while, but I think you could probably get it off with like a paint prep. Great. Now he's gonna go nuts up here.
Well, he brought me upstairs.
Oh, he brought you upstairs. Let's see how it is.
He did.
All right.
I normally don't come up here. You know that.
Nope. This is like my apartment upstairs.
Night.
Night. Can you ceramic coat wheels? I have seen people do it. I don't know if I would ever worry about doing it, but I've definitely seen people put all kinds of ceramic stuff all over. Now they have the ceramic waxes all these companies are coming out with. So, I mean, I think that's the new thing, but they're very expensive. Why wouldn't you just get a proper ceramic coating versus a ceramic wax? I just don't see the point of it. The ceramic waxes are like $200-something, and ceramic coating in the big bottle only cost me $89. So it's like, why? Why wouldn't you just get the real ceramic coating? I don't know. That's just the way I see it. What do you think about tires? Oh, I think they're really ricey. I think they're personally, I think they're rice. It's like putting a stupid wing on the car that doesn't need it. Yeah, that's the way I see it. Or like putting slanted tilty wheels on it. Don't know why. That's just me personally. I'm not a big fan of it. But hey, everybody has their own flavor. It's not me though. Do you plan on review? For sure. I need to get more cars around here that I can actually review. That's where it comes down to. I just need more cars to test on. I've asked neighbors like, hey, can I wash your car and stuff like that? And, they're like, hey, weirdo, that kind of thing. And I'm like, and it's weird because a lot of people will always stop when I'm washing cars and making videos and they'll ask me what I'm doing and stuff. And I'll tell them, I'm like, bring your car by. I'll wash it for free. I won't charge you a thing. Just as long as I can make videos in it. Hell, if they're worried about their license plate, which here's the funniest thing. Think about this for a minute. You're worried about your license plate being dinged. What do you do every time you leave your neighborhood or your car is outside of your garage? Everybody can see your license plate, right? Right? So, it's like, I just never understand that because people, if you're that crazy fanatic and you're going to track somebody down, you could just find me driving around the city. One, I guess you could follow me home. But 2, it's like you just see license plates every single day on the road. You have to have them on your car, obviously. And they can just look at you and look it up all day long. So it's like, it's not like it's hidden information. It's not like your social security number. It has to be on your car. Everybody see it. Thousands of people probably see it every single day, or at least hundreds do. So it's like, why are you even trying to hide it? Everybody knows who you are. Everybody knows your car. So there it is. Korea's Garage Boss Correcting. I have not, Neil. I've not tried the Boss Correcting Cream. I've heard great things about it, but I've never personally tried it. What are your thoughts on Masters? It was okay, but I'd personally rather see you properly paint correct your car, whether it's polishing, compounding. A glaze does nothing more than fill in the swirls and scarlet scratches. Nothing more. It makes it look good. Might take a little bit of it out, but it's still kind of hiding it. Where if a proper polishing compound will always remove it. It was a bit of a hard to remove it on my part when I used it, but I get what they're getting at. It's a great way to like hide those swirls. If you're going to go to a car show tomorrow or something like that, and you're like, I don't have time to polish it, I can put the mystery glaze on it, and it'll hide all the swirls. And basically, that's what it does. It's a filler, and that's exactly what it's meant for. And then, you know, when you have more time, then you can actually go and correct it. So there you go. That's just my thoughts on it. I've got no issues with it. Limitless is a better product over Masters. Masters makes some good products, but I think Limitless is better products overall. And that's just being fair. I love both of the guys. They're both really cool with me. I just think Limitless is just a little bit better here. Again, you guys got to see when I tried his fabric protectant. And I saw just a little bit of soaking in, as you guys got to see. I made sure to point that out. I wasn't trying to hide the results or fake them. You could definitely see it was protecting it, but not to the level of 303 products that I tried the fabric guard. And that's why, and I contacted him privately, and I wrote him and I said, look, this is what it was. I showed my results, and I told him, go back to tell your lab guys who create the products, the lab guys, they need to turn it up and make it better. And he said, I'll definitely do that. Thanks so much for the review. I appreciate it. And I said, look, I want to make you the best. I want to make every single company out there the best. And if I know a company that's doing better than your products, then I want to see you get better so you're just as good as that company. And that's the cool thing about some of these companies, especially like Mastersons. He listened to me. His first car wash was so watered down that I wasn't a big fan of it. It was like a B minus. Well, then he redid it. Now it's like a B plus. Much better. Is it the thickest car wash on the block? No, but it definitely was a lot better than his first go around. He said, I listened to you. We went back. We made it better. And let me send you another bottle. I said, okay, sounds good. That's what I like to hear. These companies that will listen, go back into the drawing board, make it better, and then send me another product and say, hey, or say, what do you think now? Let me know. That's the ones I like. 2 thumbs up to companies like that. Let me go through your stuff real quick, man. Maybe you should charge. Maybe you should charge. I wouldn't let anyone do my car for free. Sounds like it'll be used. No, I tell people straight up, Austin. Everybody knows. I mean, I got the big camera out. You guys all seen my camera before. Hold on, I'll show it to you. So you guys know I bought this is my big Sony camera I use right here. It's a 4K camera. You guys, so when this is on a tripod, everybody and their brother knows that I'm making videos, and I tell them. So a lot of these people that keep going by kept asking me, and they all know now that I have YouTube videos, and this is what I do. And I told them, I was like, look, if you just let me wash your car and use it in the video and maybe put wax on or whatever, I said, I won't charge you a dime as long as you let me use it in my videos. And I said, if you're okay with that, I said, I won't charge you a dime. But these guys literally, you figure I'm going to be out there making videos 3 or 4 days a week. So these guys are always seeing me clean my cars. So they really get to understand that I care a lot about my vehicles. So it's not like they think I'm just going to be trying terrible products on it. I tell them exactly what I'm doing to it. I say, look, I need a vehicle to wax. I have a lot of the 3 or 4 waxes piled up here. I need to use some wax on it. Can I use your car for wax? And that's what I said. I said, I will wax it for free if you let me put it and make a video out of it. And that's the kind of way I approach them on it. I'm like, that's just the way it's going to go. So I don't know. You always have the people saying, oh, would you do my car? I'm like, sure, bring it on over. And then they, oh, I'm scared. Like, dude, you're scared of a gun. You're not scared of me just offering to wash the car or clean it for you. Most people would be like, be please, you know, that kind of thing. Over-the-counter neutralizer. Probably the Meguiar's or Turtle Wax. The car canister thing, those things are great. Both of them. They're about $4 or $5. Amazing results. Used to know Meguiar's Gold Class Carnival Wax. Do you buff it off right after? You have to let it. With the Meguiar's Gold Class, you have to let it haze up. So it's going to take you probably about 10, 15 minutes, depending on the current conditions. If it's hot like here in Florida, it won't take near that long, but just go with it. And always do it in the shade, whether it's in the evening or do it in your garage where you're not getting direct sunlight, because that sucker will turn into a rock instantly. You need to give it time to set up. But once it gets to a nice haze and you can put your finger across it for the wax test, the swipe test, that's when it's time to remove it. Some of the higher end carnival waxes, you don't have to. As soon as you apply, you can wipe it right back off again. being a guy that can be a little lazy at times, I don't mind that at all. Those are the ones I actually like a lot better. Oh, I'm sure they would know poo. It's just the way it goes. I live in, I'd say half my neighborhood is retired people. So they have like a lot of Lexuses, Mercedes, Acuras, BMWs. A lot of them are in my neighborhood. Half of my neighborhood's like that. I don't know if they're just too touchy with it and they're too nervous. I just don't know. And it just was like, come on, man, you guys see me all the time. It's like, I think there's two BMW i8s in my neighborhood. Two of them I've seen. I think those are probably the most expensive cars in my neighborhood. Other than that, I would say the GTR is probably the most expensive because, let's face it, older people usually are into your Cadillacs, your Lexus, Lincolns. I see the new Lincolns are starting to pop up in my neighborhood, that kind of thing. They're not really into exotic cars. That's just the way they are. And maybe they were a head of a business. They owned their own small business, or they were somebody high ranked up, some high manager up in their company before they retired, moved down here to Florida, and this is their second house. So that's just the way they are. And or a lot of them just don't care. And they were like, oh, I want a Cadillac. I want that big, I've got somewhere in life Cadillac. And they don't really care about cars. So, it just kind of like, if I want to take care of the GTR, but they don't know what a GTR is. Most people have no clue what it is. Water spots are not required using pulse. I've heard carnauba waxes will do that water spot removal for you. I know McGuire's has a water spot remover, but I've never personally tried. Just to let you know. Am I too good? I'm never too good for anything. But I just use this car canister things I told you about. Those work great. They're easy. They work right away. You leave the car running for like 5 or 10 minutes with the air conditioning on and recycle. There's no reason for us to do it. There's other than the BMW i8s in my neighborhood, there's no high-end exotic, I guess you would call it, sports cars in my neighborhood at all. I know there's a Supra over there that's in the garage. They live in the garage year round. I've never seen it move. I would love to get my hands on that car one day, but the lady's husband owned the Toyota dealership down in Key West, and she will never get rid of that car because her husband died. So she's had it ever since the 90s. So that car will sit there for life. Another guy owned the Ford dealership. He lives in my neighborhood. There's a lot of money in my neighborhood, guys, just letting you guys know. The one people down there, they own the trucking company up in Illinois, and they have a massive home they set up on the lake up in Chicago. It's like 5,000 or 6,000 square foot. And then they have their home here. They built a $3 million home over there in the other neighborhood by Disney World, but then they ended up selling it when the bubble burst. It's just like, oh my God, they've got more money than they know what to do with. Let's put it that way. They're really cool people, very down to earth people. You would never know they were loaded like that. And they said that every Christmas they take their grandkids to, Toys R Us now closing, but they would take them. Whatever you can fit in this shopping cart, I will buy you for Christmas. Whatever. So as much as you can put in there, it will buy it for you. And they say every year they did it. When my son was born, they gave him a piggy bank with $100 bill sitting in it and said, welcome. They're just that kind of people that money doesn't affect them at all. They're super laid back, super cool. He always stops and talks to me. Every time he goes by, I'm washing the car, but you would never think they would be that loaded. It's crazy. Very nice people. Chemical Guys towel still on Amazon. I don't know, Jared. Just type in Chemical Guys microfiber towels, and that'll be the best way to do it. Give me your prelude. No. Diamond Motorworks in Chicago has 1998 Super 6 feet, 100,000. Yeah, that's way overpriced, and that's what I'm trying to say. The prices on some of those cars are just like skyrocketing right now. It's stupid. Do you like living in a rich neighborhood? I wouldn't say we're rich. I'd say we're upper middle class neighborhood. There's definitely much fancier neighborhoods around Orlando. Example, you guys want to look up a neighborhood real quick, look up Lake Nona Golf and Country Club. It's right next to the airport. Oh my God. The average home in there is like $1 million or more. And these homes are, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 15,000 square feet. You have monster homes in there, and they're all like on 1 acre lots. I mean, it's so high end. It's just like stupid. We're talking High-end CEOs own homes in there. Pro golf players live in there. Pro basketball players from the Orlando Magic live in there. It's just when you leave it. Another high-end neighborhood called Windermere. It's right behind Disney World and between. So Universal's up here, Disney World's down here, and then I-4 runs through here, and it's right back here in between it. Windermere has a neighborhood called Islesworth. Shaq lived in there when Shaq was down here. Tiger Woods lived in there. We're talking those homes are $15, $10 million and stuff like that. So we live, I'd say, in a middle class to upper middle class neighborhood, but not a rich neighborhood by any means. You know what I mean? Like those homes, we've been into one of the two of those neighborhoods, and you're going to see Lamborghinis. You're going to see the Ferraris. You're going to see the Aston Martins and stuff in the neighborhoods. You're not going to see that here. We have one Aston Martin down the street. That's it. Those sounds of the Twins is super. Yeah, Supers are sweet. I know they're not as fast anymore. I mean, granted, technology has changed so much since the early 90s, but they still just have that classic look to them. They're beautiful, and they're still relatively quick compared to today's cars. When's your next video going to be out? Tomorrow, I hope. I think I'm going to have like an update video going out tomorrow. For maybe the Fuso soft coat update will go out tomorrow. Well, we'll have to see what comes out. You know what I mean? We'll see what goes on. And we'll go from there. But yeah, I was actually shocked when I came back. And let me look real quick. I'm going to look on YouTube, my YouTube thing, and look at the views. But it seems like you guys really were interested in what's it called? The Voodoo Car Care. Did you guys like the Voodoo Car Care ride? I made that video, and literally 20 minutes later, it started raining. It was the funniest thing. And I'm like, whatever. Remember, I mowed the lawn as soon as we got home tonight. The grass was literally that tall. It was bogging down the mower, and I've been gone for 8 days. I mowed it the day before we flew out. They said all it's been doing is raining. So I'm like, oh, it's going to be a rough week. It's just the way it is here in Florida, guys. It's the summer. But I don't know how well did you guys like the Voodoo Car Care. It's got a lot of good reviews on it. I was surprised at McGuire's Ultimate Wash and Wax in a foam cannon. That's got a lot of views in it. I'm really shocked about that. I don't think I did too many other videos while I was gone, but, you know, it's pretty blown away by the amount of views on the Voodoo Car Care because it's hard to find here. I've never seen it in stores. I knew Pet Boys carried it, so I ordered it from petboys.com, but I've never seen it in stock here. So, but I had so many people on there. They say it's all over the West Coast, but again, I've never seen it here on Florida. So I ordered it online when Pet Boys had a killer deal. I got everything for dirt cheap, like $29 for every product they made. I've not been blown away by Voodoo at all. I've tried 2 of their products. I'm just like, meh, that's the way I feel about it. I like how you park your the white car in front of your doors. Right now, the white car is just actually backed into the driveway. It's backed in by the front door of my house because of the fact that it won't run. So when they actually dropped it off on the flatbed, when I had it towed back from the shop, I just said, park it here in the space by the front door because I just was like, well, I can't drive it right now, so I'll just put it in there. And then when I rent the truck, the flatbed, I'm just going to kind of push it down the hill. So we live on a little bit of a hill down to the driveway, so I'll be able to push it onto the flatbed and then tow it all the way over to their Tampa. That's my goal in the next probably about 2 or 3 weeks is to actually get that thing over there to Tampa and have it fixed. So we'll see. How much water do you drink? I don't know. Not much. I drink a lot of different drinks, Gatorades, Cokes, coffee, something like that. See you next Sunday. Good night, man. Thanks so much, Juan, for stopping by. Austin, I might be able to do that maybe for next week's video, but I think I have a couple more products that maybe some people want to try, but I can definitely think about that for you, man. I do have it. It sucks. It's pretty piss poor product. A really watered down garbage, but I can definitely try it for you guys if you'd like to see that. Kimchi. I don't think I've eaten kimchi before. Oh, it's so good. It's so good, guys. I like that Cafe Bustelo, the Cuban car wash. Do you like sushi? Yeah, sushi I like. Sushi I definitely like. I married an Asian, go figure. So, yeah. How can you fix a quick disconnect the pressure washer? Make sure it's cleaned out, you know what I mean? But I haven't had any problems whatsoever. Now, sometimes I've noticed that on the wand, when I pull it back, sometimes it doesn't want to like fully engage and lock onto the pressure washer. So I kind of like push it a little bit, it goes click, and it locks on every time. But I always, every time I give it a tug, whether it's on the foam cannon, the cheap Amazon foam cannon. I always tug it. Even just the nozzles, if you want to clean the thing, you trust me, you don't want to have that thing not fully locked in and turn it on towards the car. Boom, it goes out and it'll hit your car. Don't have that happen. Always check it 100 times before you do it. What you get at Hibachi? We got steak, shrimp, and chicken. So we got the 3 meats: steak, shrimp, and chicken. And that's what we did. So we get a big thing, and I brought home half of it so that way I can eat it tomorrow. I'm getting my Escalade debadged and a headlight restored tomorrow for $200. Yeah, that's probably it, because a headlight's probably going to cost you a little bit to get it done. What's nice, reliable, cheap starter motorbike? Probably a Ninja 300, Kawasaki Ninja 300. Not a lot of power. Great. They look like a full sports bike, even though they're not a sports bike by any means. 300 is all you'll ever need to get going on. It'll still get you, like 70 miles a gallon, 60 to 70 miles a gallon. So it's not going to scare you. You can like straight up gun that thing and it's just going to go on. It's not going to, like my sport bike, you did that, you're going to be up on your ass. It's going to throw you like this. If you pop the clutch full speed, you will be up. You don't want that, especially as your first bike. But a Ninja 300, find it used. If you don't care about looks and you're going to flip that bike in a couple months when you learn to get used to it like I did, get a Ninja 250. You'll even save more money. Don't spend more than about $2,000 to $2,500, very max. Hell, if you really don't care, get a Honda Grom. Get a used Honda Grom. They're not fast. They're very slow. I have one. It's 125 cc. You're only going to be doing about 62 miles an hour unless you're in a full tuck. But they'll be great to learn on because they're not expensive. Like a used Grom is like $2,400, $2,500. So you might be able to get them down to like close to $2,000 cash. But you won't be setting any speed records. You're only going to be doing about 62 miles an hour. So it's up to you. That's why I recommend more the Ninja 300, because that's going to get up to about 110 miles an hour, fully maxed out. Before it'll just be like, I've got no more to give you. So that would probably be the way to go. If you're going to have to take any bit of highway or anything like that, where you're going to be doing 55, 70, you probably better go with the Ninja 300. When did you learn to drive manual? My very first car was a manual. My first car that I got was a 1988 Hyundai Excel. It was a hatchback. My parents bought it from my neighbor. So every night when I'd get home from work, he would take me down to the local Winn-Dixie parking lot at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And we'd go in circles and circles and circles until I had it down. And he said, all right, why don't you drive it home? And then after like second or third day, he's like, you drive home now. There's nobody on the road late at night. It's just back roads the way anyway. So, he taught me everything. He was in the Marines. He fixed airplanes. He was in the Marines. So at the local base in Jacksonville, Florida. So he taught me basically how to drive it. So that's the way I learned, And I've been driving over stick shift ever since. I've had my stick shift cars were my Hyundai. I had the Chevy Beretta. I had the 370Z, and now I have the Prelude that's been swapped. It's been 5-speed manual, so works pretty good. What type of helmet do you have? I started with a basic HJC. Now I have an HJC Rafa racing helmet, and I have an AGV Pista racing helmet. So I have 3 helmets, but one of them I've retired, my original one, because the original one was like pretty heavy. Because it's like just composite, so it's just a cheaper helmet. It was like $139, but it's so heavy in comparison. So once I put the GoPro on and stuff, and then I put the Sen on, so I could listen to music the whole time, it was just too much weight. It like starts like weighing on your neck and stuff, and you're like, oh my god, it'll protect you, but it's heavier. Where you get one of those carbon fiber ones like the AGV Pista, dude, it's so light. You have no idea until you've been riding for a while. And then you put that thing on, you're like, is there something on my head? It's just so light. And it feels so much better. It lets less wind in, less wind noise. And of course, they have the cool designs on the higher end ones. So that's what I have. If you ever thought about getting ATV, I don't need one. I would have nowhere to use one. Obviously, I live in a country club. That'd be pointless for me. Actually, I'd say 80% of the trucks now at work are all automatic. Over the last 10 to 15 years, they've been phasing out the manuals one by one. Of all the bigger trucks that I have to drive at night, there's only 2 of them that are left. The big, they look like moving trucks. right? And they use them for like bulk deliveries for like, let's say you're going to the mall and you're going to be going like, you have 70 boxes going to Foot Locker, 50 going to, Finish Line. And you got, 30 going to this clothes. That's when they deliver them out of those big, they call them bulk trucks. And only 2 of those now are stick shift. The rest of them are all automatics. All the trucks that are, for the last 15, I'd say 10 to 15 years, every single truck that they've purchased has been automatic. They don't even buy stick shift trucks anymore. So the stick shift trucks that are left are from like early 2000s and the 90s. That's all they have left. How long did it take? Probably about 3 or 4 days. And then what I would do is I would take it out every night after work, and I would go up and down the streets in my neighborhood, and then I'd take down the side streets. Because I had my license. I was 16, so I had my license, but I just wasn't fully confident. Once you get driving, the stick shift was fine. As always, it was the starting out. So you get nervous in traffic, and you're like, oh, green light, and there's all this traffic behind you. That's when you would stall or something like that. That's when it would really make you nervous. So that's how I got practice. I go out for like an hour or 2 every single night, just go around the neighborhood, go around the side streets in my town, and would not go. And it took me like, I don't know, like 2 weeks before I felt comfortable enough to go out on the main streets every day. But within a month or 2, it was just like old hat for me, just shifting, taking it on the main streets, going on the interstate to work, and that kind of thing. It was no big deal anymore. But that's the way it is. Shoei helmets, very nice, expensive. It's whatever you prefer, though. Sometimes the fits are a little bit different. My AGV Pista helmet is very tight. They're very tight around the face. They're made for racing. It's full carbon fiber. Really big opening here, but damn, will it like really push in like this on your face, where the HJCs are more round, so it's a lot more cushion around your face. Even though I have the racing helmet, the Rafa series helmet, it's not the design where it's like pushing on your face like this the whole time, and it's just the way it is. That's going to be BMW sports bike S1000RR is one bike I would definitely consider trading my ZX6R for. Supposedly the new S1000RR is coming out later on this year with a brand new body design. They've had the same body design since 2010, so it's like, okay, time for new body designs. We'll see. Do you wear skin gear when riding? I always wear jacket. Always wear jeans. I always wear jeans, jacket, gloves, and a helmet. Always. Unless I'm just putting around my neighborhood, I almost feel uncomfortable now. I've taken my motorcycle down the street with just shorts on, but I've seen so many accidents. I know no jeans aren't going to protect you without wearing proper riding pants or the jeans that have padding in them, but it's better than not having anything. I've seen so many people go down that have shorts on, even on their Groms. They go down, being stunting, and they just get torn alive. It's not for me, man. When I was young, I used to take my bicycle, being the typical kid in the neighborhood with a BMX. We'd make ramps, and I'd jump things with the ramps and stuff like that. You wreck it and this stuff. And dude, when it takes a week or 2 to fully heal, where you can actually run around again and stuff, that's not fun. You get scrapes all through here. My knees are all scraped up. Your legs and shins are scraped up, and you're just like limping around school all along. No. I'm done with all that stuff. I mean, I have scars on my knees because I used to wreck so much. Look who it is. Look who it is. Don't look at him, guys. Don't look at him. Don't look at him. He'll never know we're here if we don't look at him. Still live in a hill area where a problem is taking longer to learn. One thing you'll learn about hills, use your parking brake. Use your handbrake at all times. Put your handbrake on, put it in first gear, start revving the car. The car wanting to start pull away. Then drop the hand thing and you'll go. You'll never have a problem on the hills again. Oh, he's seen us. He's seen us. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? He's seen us. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you ran into it. You ran into the side of it. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Tell everybody hi. Say hi. Aw. It's his fault. He ran into the thing. Is it hot in Florida to wear a jacket? Yeah, it's a very hot, Cody. Right, like today is 90 degrees today. You want this? What? What do you want? This? Crayon? No. No, what do you want? Candle? You want the candle? Okay. See? Watch. Look. Candle. Smell it. Smell. You smell it? Smell it? It's a candle. There you go. Having a kid is great. You guys get to see him more and more often now in the videos now because he always likes to go out there and follow me. How do you like Bang Gears? It probably looks nice. It feels like it's more peppy than with the automatic for sure, but it's still not fast by any means. You get in the GTR and it's like, hit the button, poof, you're gone. But it is nice, I'll tell you that. Little man's getting big. Yeah, dude, he's 2 years and 3 months now. I think he's like 28 pounds, and he's like 34 inches. So he's still a little shrimp. He's short for his size. But he's pretty good. Like, because they measure head circumference on his checkups, and I think he's like 65% on his head size. BMI is like 90%, but like height wise, he's only like last check he was only like 12% on height, so he's really short on height. 50% would be the average kid, 50 percentile, and then like if your kid's 90, then he's just gonna be like 6 foot tall, that kind of thing. So he's a little shrimp right now, so we'll see. I hate how it rains a lot in summer. Dude, every summer, man, here in Florida, dude, every summer for my whole life growing up, you can expect every afternoon you are going to see some rain. Even if for like 20 minutes, you're going to see some rain. It's crazy. I'm going to buy a polisher. Which one are you buying? Dude, if you can afford $150, there's no better one than the Grillo's Garage 6-inch DA polisher. It has a lifetime warranty. If it ever breaks, you just send it back to Grillo's Garage, and that's it. I could not recommend anything better than that. So many of the pro detailers on YouTube that you'd be surprised. A lot of the pro ones, they'll still bring out the little Grillo's Garage polishers all the time. So don't think that you need a Roops or a Flex. For a noob to a novice, all you need is the Grillo's Garage 6-inch one. You're fine. It's mad cool to see him in the videos. Best one wonders around. See, yeah, he just goes back and forth. I don't mind that he's in the car, like going in the garage and back and forth. I just don't want him. No, don't write on there. No. I just don't want him wandering out the street because he doesn't understand yet about not going into the street. If you tell him to stop, that means go. So if you say stop, he goes, boom, and he just takes off. So I don't want him running out in the street or anything like that. He just doesn't understand yet about stopping that. So I got to kind of watch him and stuff. Let's yeah, dude, son is getting pretty big, man. He's getting big. He's getting kind of fat too. You got a fat belly. You got a fat belly. You know that? What? He's just not talking yet. The doctor's like, well, he should say more words than what he is from now, so we'll see. Is Roops any good? Yeah, Roops is pretty good. Thanks for being amazing as always. Keep the great videos. Thanks for teaching us about some. Oh, yeah, for sure, JR. Thanks for stopping by, dude. P.S. bought a new Home Depot car vacuum. Dude, yeah, there's no reason to spend a lot of money. It's a vacuum. As long as it gets the job done, it'll be just fine. Grillo's Garage polishers are awesome. They're perfect. If you need the pro-level stuff, you're going to be polishing every single day. Then buy a Flex or something like that. But if you're only going to polish once or twice a year to your cars, there's no reason the Grillo's Garage won't do it to you. Maybe it's not going to do it as quick or as fast as those big boys do that are $400 or $500, but you don't need it. What? What are you doing? What? You smell like candle now. You smell like candle. What? 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 Oh, when I put best, you want the watch? You want Daddy's watch? Okay, wow. Check it out here. What's your favorite overall detailing brand? Over the counter, probably something like McGuire's or Mother's. If you had to order online, I love Limitless Car Care. I love Wax Gods. Grillo's Garage is great. Adams is pretty good. Any one of those, I don't have any problems with. Ooh. Harbor Freight dual action polisher, lifetime warranty. I don't know, Gustavo. I just don't know. I can't. I never tried it, so I don't want to lie. But when he's like most of these big name pros are using it, we're talking like NYC uses it in his videos. Auto Geeks, Mike Phillips uses them. I've seen, I think it was the Junkman was using them. I've seen so many people use the Grillo's Garage one. It usually is a pretty good sign that it's a pretty solid one to go for. The Grillo's Garage polisher is great. Just remember taking time. Yeah, it's really no big deal. What? What do you want? What do you want, yo? Get up here. Get up here. You're going to fall. You're going to fall down. You got to get up. Get up. What do you want? What do you want? Say what you want. What do you want? You want a candle? You got to say candle. Candle. Crayon? It's crayon. Trying to teach him what everything is so that way he can start saying words, but he just doesn't. Spin it. Spin the top. Here, like this. There you go. Do you still like Stoner Car Care? Oh yeah, they're solid products. Man, some of their products, they're synthetic. Whatchamacallit, sealant. Great stuff. Their window cleaner, great stuff. Their car wash, it's decent. Not the best I'd like, but it's decent. No, don't put your mouth on that. Your mouth does not go on that. What else have I tried? Their tire shine has been pretty solid. I was shocked. Their tire shine was good. What are you doing? Yeah, that happens like that. What else have I tried of theirs I really liked? Their leather cleaner was solid product. I know I've tried most of their products, but I can't remember. Terminator is very good if you have a lot of bugs or tar in your car. Solid product. You like the smell? Do you like the smell? You had a nose with it. Thanks. I already have a big enough nose the way it is. Yeah, smell it. Don't fake the funk production. Great help. There, yeah, for sure. Panda, Poo Panda, for sure. Thoughts on vinyl wrapping a car? It's not my big thing. Like if you're in some like road rally thing or whatever, I guess it'd be fine. Great way to protect your car from the rock chips and stuff like that. But it's not a personal thing. I like to see nice paint job. I'm not big into wraps, but I understand if you're doing it for like a vehicle truck for your work truck, or you're going on one of those like gumball rallies or cannonball rallies. I understand that, but it's just not a big thing for me personally. Adam, Cody can ask anything he wants. If I don't want to answer the question, I just won't answer the question. That's the way I've always done it. So don't worry, Adam. If somebody asks something they shouldn't ask, I don't respond to the question. That's the way I've always done it, buddy. I want to give people all the information I could possibly share. You know what I mean? If they're gonna ask some off-topic question, I don't tell them. Yeah, it smells good, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You hit my face with it. Well, hit your face with it. I'll hit your face with it. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? If you guys don't have a kid, it's one of the best things you can ever do. But wait till you're old enough, mature enough, and married. But just know that 20% of the time, you're either going to be screaming and driving you up the wall. So other than that, though, it's a blast having a kid. Like on the cruise, he slept between me and my wife, and he'd just like sleep right next to me the whole night, just like curled up into me. It was cold, and he curls up next to me like a cat or a dog, and would sleep all night long. It's pretty crazy. What are you doing? What are you doing? How am I supposed to talk to people when you're like playing on my face? Huh? Don't play with the wick. That's a wick. That's John Wick. I see Ammo use clay bar on his rims. Would you use clay bar on your Prelude wheels? My Prelude wheels are trash. The problem with those wheels are because they were originally from up in New York, they're completely trashed out. They look like crap. One thing, I think that'll be the last thing I'll do is next is, are you finished? Are you finished? Don't cough in my face. Don't cough in my face. Stop it. Stop it. So one thing I want to do is obviously I want to cut the rust out and stuff, but the last thing I'm going to do to the blue Prelude is to put wheels on it. Just some clean wheels, not expensive, just some clean wheels because, the stock ones are so eaten up and chewed up, they look like crap. So that's what it is. You be careful with those. No, be careful. Here. You can put them on, but be very careful. There you go. No, I still want to put my gaming headset on. What's up, Chad? Nice to see you, David. Glad to have you here, man. We're just chilling out right now. We're kind of like slacking. No, don't pull on that. Don't pull on that. These stay up on your ears. Like that. Don't touch the microphone. Do it just like that. See? He likes to play with the headsets and stuff like that, but the problem is he one of my Sony ones, he did this like a wishbone and broke it, so I got to be very careful with him on it. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, we're just hanging out a little bit, David. It's a little bit of a chill night tonight. I'm probably going to get off here soon and go relax with my son because he's wired out the mind. I also got to respond to all you guys' YouTube comments. So I don't know. We'll hang out maybe another like 20 minutes or so like that and go from there. So, but I wanted to spend a little bit of time with you guys and just go from there. Yeah, see, he loves wearing the headset. All right, take it off your head. Take it off your head. You're done. You want? Hey, this isn't a toy. This isn't a toy. No. Put it on your head. No, you don't bend that down. See, this is the joys of being a dad right here. You see how my room's all messy up here? This like playroom upstairs. That's all because of him, not because of me. All that stuff on the table, toy car. That's all because of him. He is a crazy kid. When you been back? We flew in on at like 5 something. We got back into Orlando at 5 something. Let's see. My car's just sit in the hot sun here in Hawaii. What actually you probably want to go for a sealant. A sealant British would be probably the best way to do it. Find a good sealant. Like I like Chemical Guys Jet Seal. I love Masterson's Shield Sealant. I love Stoner Car Care Sealant. Okay, any of those 3 will last you the longest because Hawaii is like Florida where it's hot most of the year round and you really want to protect your car the longest. A sealant is going to last you almost 12 months before it'll really start fading off pretty bad. So it's a way better way of protection and less work on it. So hopefully that helps you out. Have you ever used Uber? Yeah, actually, Cody, we used Uber today from the Manhattan Cruise Terminal all the way to Newark Airport. We flew out of Newark. It was cheaper, and it was closer to the cruise terminal. So, whoa, 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 whoa. Put the knife down. Bro, put the knife down. We're not getting into a knife fight, okay? No, we don't roll that way in this family. I don't know if those are any good, but you can have some if you want. My family does come down here. That's what they usually do. When we're on vacation, they might use the house as like a vacation type home. Here. I don't know if they're still good or not, but you can have those if you want them. Time is 6:22 in the morning, going to 8 a.m. Whoa, it's getting pretty late there, man. Or pretty early there. That's when you get some energy. That's much needed. Can a wheel cleaner clean your tires? I've used it on my tires, and it's no big deal at all. I mean, it's not going to hurt it one way or another. Will it clean them like a proper tire and rubber cleaner will? Probably not, but, I mean, you have no problem putting it on your tires. Just use McGuire's Ultimate Paste Wax. Really awesome stuff. By the way, Orlando local here. Saw you live in Puerto Rico #2. Saw you live in, yeah, oh, yeah, I definitely live in Puerto Rico #2. Where I am right down the street. If you know Orlando, you know BVL. I live pretty close to BVL. Just giving you a heads up, buddy. So, and if for anybody who doesn't understand, BVL stands for Buenaventura Lakes. Okay, it's an older area of Kissimmee, and no, don't rip it open. It's not for you to rip it open, and it's probably about 95% Puerto Rican. So they consider it Little Puerto Rico. This BVL area. So if you know where that is, I'm not far from there. So it's pretty there where we're at. I'll tell you, I work in the evenings, Adam. I stopped working during the day and I work in the evenings so that way I can watch my son during the day, and that's how we swap it out, man. What's up, Pumpkinhead? How you doing? What's your favorite show as a kid? Transformers. I was a huge Transformers fan in the 80s. Remember, I'm older than a lot of you guys here. Transformers is the best cartoon of the 80s. Transformers is my show. Okay, I love it. I have a lot of original Transformers from the 80s in boxes up there. I love them. Do you like pizza? Yeah, of course I do. I'm an American guy. Of course I like pizza. Why wouldn't I? Answering all these questions for you. Yep, you live in Lake Nona, not the $1 million house. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Okay, so this kid lives close to Lake Nona. We looked in homes in the newer Lake Nona area, just giving you a heads up, Christian, and I just told him, I was like, it's too much like Kissimmee. I want to get out of Kissimmee. I want to be like literally out of Kissimmee. So we've been looking at Winter Garden, Windermere area, that side behind like Universal and Disney area. I just went Lake Nona is just like Kissimmee #2. There's really no difference. It's the same people over there, and same people with a little bit more money. Let's put it that way. And but yeah, once in a while we usually go there for Sam's Club. That's where we hit up Sam's Club, or the Walmart there is a lot nicer than in St. Cloud. Thoughts on IDA? I don't know, Cody, so I won't even venture a guess at that one, buddy. Do you like pineapple? I used to, for a funny fact for you guys, for about 3 years, I was a delivery driver at Pizza Hut when I was in college. So, you know, you have to take your Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. So on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, I would actually deliver pizza at Pizza Hut. So I have had pineapples on it. I don't have a problem with it. It's not my first choice, but I don't have a problem with it. I like meats on my pizza. That's what I like personally. You must like Back to the Future then too. Of course I do. My favorite movie. Thundercats was where it's at. They're good, but I think Transformers were way better. But most American guys like Italian. Most American kids growing up, we all like pizza. What was delivering pizza like? Sometimes people are stingy, but at least give you like $2 or $3 when you make a delivery. So if you hustle fast enough, you do pretty good. Many times in the car dealerships would order when I was in Jacksonville, Florida. They would order and they'd order maybe like $200 worth of pizzas. So you could have to like take out like 30 or 40 pizzas out there and all kinds of breadsticks. They give you like $30 or $40 in tips. So that was pretty nice. You know, for just one stop, you might have to like run back and forth to your car like 4 or 5 times. But, you know, if you make a $40 tip, that's pretty stinking good. So it's pretty cool. What's your favorite soap in the foam cannon? Ooh, there's a lot of good soaps, to tell you the truth. I mean, I got to tell you right now, there's really no beating around the bush. Stuff like your Chemical-Guys Mr. Pink, Honeydew Snow Foams were great. You know, I mean, over the counter, your OxyClean worked great over the foam cannon. McGuire's Gold Class worked good over it. A lot of those good ones were great. So, again, that's just the way it goes. Do you ever drive your own car? Drive the one given making what? Did you drive your own car? No, you always had to drive your own car. You always drove your own car at Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, you just had to put the little like magnetic topper on your car and you drove your own car. So that's what I always did. That's just part of the deal. You know, you bring your own car. You have to show them you have insurance and, you know, your registration. They get copies of it all and your copies of your license. And then you just, you know, do a background check on you and stuff like that. And then you just deliver. It was pretty easy. Once in a while, it would get annoying. But overall, it was a good little way for me to make side money because I still worked my evening job at the delivery company, and then so during the days I would for an extra job. I got myself into some heavy debt, so I had to pay it all off, and that's why I picked up the Pizza Hut job. So on 3 days a week, I'd deliver pizzas, and that money would help pay down the credit card debt I had. I ran up about $9,000 in credit card debt. I would never recommend that ever again. And then any of the extra cash I'll get from tips, that would be like just spending money for the week. You know what I mean? So whatever I made from Pizza Hut, unless I had extra money, I would just that would go straight to my credit cards, and then whatever would be just for like spending money. Or if I made really good money in tips that week, then I would just put it right on the credit card bill. I was like, yeah, I made an extra $100 this week in tips. I just go right to the bank and say, hey, I give them like huge stacks of like 1s and 5s. I literally have massive stacks of them. And I just drop it on them. I was like, there's $110 and just put it straight on my credit card. And that's how I paid myself out of debt. It took me 3 years, but I got out of debt and I said, never do it again. You see the pizza delivery guys? No, the best drug deals. I had delivered to like the what do you want to call them? I don't know. Would you call them projects? They were lower cost, lower income housing. They were building, like I was in Jacksonville. Jacksonville's kind of ghetto, okay? For anybody who isn't in Jacksonville, Florida, it's pretty stinging ghetto. So I was on the west side of town, which is middle class. Well, during, I'd say it's the right around early 2000s, they were like spreading out and putting the lower cost apartment complexes all over the west side for some stupid reason. And the years in my delivery zone, they built like 4 of these giant complexes. And yeah, you'd go into some of those and you knew they were dealing drugs. They had nicer cars than I did. How do you have nicer cars than I do, on 22-inch wheels, chromed out wheels, and you live in city housing? When I'm driving this old beater cars, and it always burned me up because I didn't have that kind of money and I wasn't living off the government yet. I'd see all that stuff and, I knew something was going on, but whatever. It's just the way it was. I like Pizza Hut over Domino's. They taste better. Do you get a food hookup from? Yeah, I got free pizza every day. Every day. I never paid for pizza. What's a good exhaust? Did you go to Paxson? What? Did you go to Paxson? No, in Jacksonville? No. I went to a private school. Paxson was out there and out in the country, from what I remember. I don't remember exactly where it's at, but I know where you're talking about. No. Claremont is growing pretty fast. Windermere is nice, but it's a little too close to the Metro West. Well, Windermere is its own area. Like Windermere, Winter Garden is very nice. We like Winter Garden a lot. It's right after 429. That's where we like it a lot. Lake Nona is just, it's like I said, it's too much Kissimmee. I don't like it. Can you do a video on your detailing products? I've done a few. Maybe I could do more, but I'm starting. A lot of my stuff is now boxed up and it's just labeled because I literally have no more room. So I took one big box, put all the products in from like Chemical Guys are all in a Chemical Guys box, and then I just label it Chemical Guys. So if I need a Chemical Guys product, I just have to go into that box. I know it's there. Would you rather live in Pensacola or Orlando? No. Pensacola, I lived there for elementary school and finished college there. And then I stayed there until I moved down here. There's nothing to do in Pensacola. You are out in the middle of nowhere, Florida. There's nothing out there. Absolutely nothing. No desire to ever go back there again. Literally, there's nothing there. Unless you want to go to the beach all day long like Northerners do. But if you're in Florida, it's like the beach after a while. Fort Pickens only opened up, I think, a few years ago when Hurricane Ivan came through. It knocked out the road going to Fort Pickens. So it's messed up. I think I have most of the Adams reviews done. They don't get the views, Ashu. They just don't get the reviews anymore. So it's kind of pointless for me to buy products online that nobody's going to watch. Like I was shocked that the Voodoo Car Care car soap you guys got to see recently, that has so many views on it in such a short time. I'm really shocked that people are that interested in Voodoo Car Care. So I'm going to putting out the rest of their line up here soon. Maybe this week I'll get a couple more done for you guys. We'll see. McGuire's, I have not tried the McGuire's M21 sealant. Sorry. Have you ever done a giveaway? Oh, yeah, I've done a lot of giveaways. I will not label any video giveaway. I will not label them. So you just got to kind of watch, and then maybe usually at the end of the video I'll announce that it's going to be a giveaway. But I won't label the video of giveaway so that way you don't have the leeches that are just searching. Because you can literally do it right now, guys. Go under YouTube, like open a new window, go in the search bar of YouTube, type in giveaway. You're going to say like this. So that's what people do. They literally type in giveaway, and then they do whatever they need to do, whether it's subscribe, like, or comment. That's what they do just because of that. So I don't want those kind of leeches on my YouTube channel. What's up, Riley? How you doing, buddy? Voodoo sounds like a ghetto car shop. It wasn't the best. It was kind of watered down, so I gave it like a B- review. Kind of watered down. You guys got to hear my hands when I did this. It was really like bad. It was really watered down. The suds were all gone by the time I was done with the car. Definitely, there's a lot better car soaps out there, and that's why I said that. It needs a lot more work. I'm sure I'm never going to get a response. I'm never going to get an offer from Voodoo Car Care to try their products. Guaranteed, I've bought all their products online. I just haven't tried them all out for you guys yet. They're still in a box, but I bet I'll never get a hear from them because I just tell it how it is. And I just told you, I was like, it's not really the best. So that's the way I call it. So we'll see. Oh, man, it's getting kind of late, guys. Let's stay up for about another 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the evening, just letting you guys know I'm pretty tired, as you guys know, so I hope you guys understand that. I got up at I forgot what this morning at 8 o'clock, so I'm really starting to wind down now. And I had to go through all the customs. You go through customs, getting off the ship, get your bags, go to the airport, fly back here, and go from there. Little man went downstairs. Remember, I'm upstairs right now. Upstairs is like the two bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and then the living room up here, if you want to call it that way. This is where I'm at right now. The video games are up here, and then he just goes downstairs and he watches TV down there. Brian, as soon as I can get a chance, man. How many bags do you had traveling? I used 1 big bag and 1 carry-on bag. That's all I used. My son had a carry-on bag, and my wife had a carry-on bag and a big bag. The thing is, we were in New York for essentially 2 days, if you want to call it that. So I kept some of my overnight stuff in there, and then I switched over from the other thing. No, I can't do a live tour because the camera's attached to the computer. Smell wise, Adams Detailer, Sprayer, Grillo's Garage. Honestly, Pooh, I can't honestly remember what they both smell like anymore, so I won't even venture a guess. So I don't want to try and even guess. So sorry, buddy. I just when you try so many products, you forget what a lot of things smell like. About to buy a G35 coupe tomorrow. Maybe what color should I paint the wheels? Dark silver car, by the way. I like black. Black's really pretty. Yeah, we flew with JetBlue. JetBlue straight flight from Newark, New Jersey down into Orlando, nonstop. I'm doing great. How about yourself? I also thank you for doing some of the reviews because of was like so well. So thanks for helping. Oh, glad to help you out, Riley. Again, I'm just the average Joe doing this stuff. I have decent knowledge. I'm not a pro level up here, but I'll give you decent knowledge, and I'll try and share my knowledge and go from there. That's the best way I can describe it. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you swinging by, Riley. Do you still have the minivan? Of course we do. Why would we get rid of that? How long did the Masterson Shield take? It was about 9 or 10 months before it really began to fade off, Freedom. Solid product, but it didn't last a full year. But it's for the tops of the car that was facing the sun all day long, I'd say 9 to 10 months. On the side of the car, it was still going. But just to be fair, it was 9 to 10 months before it started fading off. JetBlue is awesome. They have cookies and cheese. It's such a 370Z Nismo. I like the original ones better than new ones. I don't like the newer 370Z Nismos. They just look too much like the regular 370Z. I like the original ones like from 09 to like 2013 or 2014 a lot better. My own personal taste. Those blue cookies are good. Yeah, the blue cookie bag, and then the ones that come in, what are they, like blue potato chips or something like that? I don't know what they call them. Blue corn chips. That's what I like to get. Yeah, you can see it there, Pooh, but that's about all I have in there. That's when we first bought it, like in 2012. We bought this house. It's changed a lot interior though, and I think next year she'll be out. So next year she's going to be out of her student loan will be completely paid off, so we'll have a lot more money coming in, and she wants to spend money to update like the bathrooms and stuff like that. So we're going to do a little bit of upgrading at a time, and then maybe look at selling the house and upgrading to a different house in a different side of town to get out of Kissimmee. Racing the minivan. Yeah, because that's what we really want to see. Because I hear now that the police and stuff like that are actually using your videos now to show that you're doing stuff now. It's pretty crazy, I know, but I don't want to ever have that channel like that. Please understand that. I remember drones. I wanted a drone for a while, but wife told me, no, I can't have a drone. It's too much money right now. And you're not supposed to fly them in national forest. And it's like, that's the stupidest thing in the world. They say it'll disrupt the animals that live there. And it's like, but you can fly a damn helicopter over and do a helicopter tour. Well, yes, that's okay. You know, what was happening is, well, these helicopter tours and stuff like that were bitching. So what they did is they went and raged to the board and like the forestry industry and stuff like that and said, you're going to having all these drones might hit a bird's nest or it's going to scare the birds. It's like, what the hell do you think a helicopter is going to do? You know, so they banned all drones from all U.S. National parks. You cannot have a drone in any national park. And so what some of these guys were doing is they were flying them, and the police, the forestry service, was following on YouTube, then finding out where they lived from their YouTube videos, and then would literally show up at their house and give them huge tickets. We're talking $1,000 tickets for flying the drones in the Park Service. And then they said, we got full proof. This is where you live. This is you flying it. Here's your ticket. Enjoy. And they've been nailing people, you know, some of those big drone people. So it's just stupid anymore. It really is dumb. Like Disney World is a no-fly zone. Universal's a no-fly zone. If you try and take off with the app, it will not let you fly over. Like within a couple miles of any airport, you cannot fly over. Those are no-fly zones. You can turn off the GPS, but you know, again, if you got caught, you can get yourself into a lot of trouble that way. Have you tried them? Yeah, I've tried it, Will. It's a great product, Will. See you next week. Looking forward. Good night, David. Thanks so much for stopping by, buddy. Man, ain't no one got to arrest you for racing all this. Yeah, sure. Mexico. Again, they keep catching these people flying drones, okay? And they figured out where they live from their YouTube videos and then just showed up at their house. They have videos of it showing up at their house, nailing them with tickets saying, We saw your video. This is you. We followed you back. This is your house. This is you when you were flying it. Boom, enjoy the huge ticket. And they've been doing that to people. So that would just be dumb. Yeah, right now you can't even fly in New York City. New York City is a whatchamacallit zone as well. You can't fly it. You have to go across the river somewhere. Casey Neistat, you guys have probably all have heard of him. He's a huge channel. Actually, they had so many people turn him in for flying drones that the FAA came down on him, and they're supposed to be investigating him. So now he can't fly in New York City. He has to go across the water and stuff like that in order to fly drones. It's just so stupid. That's how bad and jealous people are, that he gets free drones or free whatever products, and he tests them in New York City, make videos just testing them, and people raged and turned them in. They said they were turning him in by the thousands, you know, just because of haters and stuff. It's just dumb. No, I haven't. Microfiber Mattis, I think, is like with CarPro and all them. But I've seen them when I went to Auto Weeks Detail Fest in West Palm Beach, but I've never tried their product. Sorry. Can't tell you that I've actually tried it. I don't want to lie to you, you know. I think I felt their products when I went by, but one thing I've learned, a lot of the microfiber products are coming from the same companies. They're just buying them from a reseller and then selling them as their own products. So there it is. Oh, dude, you have no idea, Poo Panda. It's pretty bad. That's just the way it goes. All right, guys, we're going to do 5 more minutes, and then we're going to call it a night. I'm pretty tired, guys. 5 more minutes, so ask anything else you want. I don't care what you talk about. Bring it up, and I'll try my best to answer it for you guys. How's that sound? We'll go from there. You know what I mean? If you guys want to see some of my stuff from the cruise, I'll post it up on Instagram, or I'll post it up on my Twitter, I guess. I don't really use Twitter a lot. It's just a cord, ACC0RD. But if you use Instagram, feel free, and you can go check, and I'll post up some of those pictures from the cruise and stuff like that. And you guys are more than welcome to check out some of the sites and stuff like that I did. But I'll be doing a lot more of that, just letting you guys know. We'll go from there. How's like gas prices? Actually, Cody, I was shocked. Like when we were in Jersey was like $2.86 a gallon, and when I left Florida, it was $2.91 a gallon. Now today I went back. I had to fill up our gas can because I got back and I mowed the yard right away, and I ran out of gas. And for regular gas is now down to $2.66 here. So I was like, whoa, we really we really dropped a lot while I was gone. Best driving towel. I used the Griot's Garage Waffle Weave microfiber towel. I know they make a couple different ones. They're like about 3 feet long. You can look up the video of it doing it. I picked it up at Advanced Auto Parts. They sell them. They're like $25, but they're massive. They're like 3 feet wide and like 2.5 feet tall. And they have a little cup so you can put your hands in it and just kind of drag it across the car. It's perfect. Again, you can get it locally here. Just go to Advanced Auto Parts, and like again, like $25, well worth every penny. They're silk lined, really, really good. What car do you use to transport the gasoline? I took the van today. What I did is, because the van was like a half a tank, I went ahead and filled up my 5-gallon container for gasoline for mowing the yard, and I filled up her tank at the same time. So as soon as once I filled the red bucket, then I went ahead and put it in her van and filled up her van all the way. So that's what I did. Yeah, anytime, Christian, no problem at all, buddy. That's no big deal. Well, any other questions you guys got in the last 3 minutes before I go ahead and crash for the night? I'm going to try and catch up on a little bit of comments, but after that, I'm going to be like, I'm out, man. I can feel it's hitting me so hard right now. By the way, I just filled up my car, 250 at Sam's Club. Yeah, it's definitely calmed down. I went to a Shell station up the street from me, just letting you know, because I was like, all right, I need some gas, so I got premium in the car and all that stuff, so whatever. Do you have a Tempur-Pedic? No, just one of those, I guess, upgraded mattresses that you get when you buy stuff. Not always. Just Shell just happens to be the closest gas station for me, so that's where I usually go to get gas at. Sometimes I go up to like Wawa or whatever that's near me, but usually Shell is the closest, and Shell is usually the same price as all the other gas stations in the area, so I just get Shell there. I work in the evening, so I'm already awake for a while there. So because I work in the evenings, I'm already been awake for hours, so it's no big deal. What do you do after you break up with your girlfriend? Go find somebody else. If you're worried about being on the Brox with a girl right now, you should probably start looking for the next one. You know what I mean? There's really no point. Honestly, it's a lot less stress. I'll tell you that right now. Personally, not having family or whatever to worry about can be a lot less stressful. So that's the way it is. There you go. Whatever you want to do, Cody. It's just the way it was. When with me, anytime I thought there was something starting to go on, I'd start talking to somebody else. It's just the way I did it, or I'd just be like, whatever. I didn't care. That way I didn't have to talk to anybody on the phone every day anymore. I didn't have to go meet up with them anymore. Didn't spend any more money on them. I was like, whatever. I just kept it as friends. That's the way I like to call it. You know what I mean? That's just me personally, because that way I didn't have to deal with all that stress. It was just like friends. We'd go out, hang out, maybe do some stuff later on, but it wasn't like I had to date anybody seriously, and that was a lot easier for me. I liked it better. What'd you do if you took your car to the dealership and they serviced and they washed it? I'd be pretty pissed. They washed my wife's car, and I told them not to. I specifically put on the thing. Then they washed it anyways, and they've offered to detail the car for free. They actually gave me a thing. They said, next time you bring your wife's minivan in, give that to us, and we'll take care of it for free. And I was like, okay. So that works out great. Yeah, Alejandro, I had a lot of friends back in the day. That's what I used to do. It was a lot easier for me. A lot easier. I didn't have to worry about whining or dining or anybody. We'd hang out once in a while, just literally friends. And that was a lot less stressful for me. It worked out a lot better. If you want to play games or you want to do anything, you can't do anything because and you're like, oh God, shut up. You guys all know what I'm talking about. So that's the way I liked it better. The Sienna is some kind of metallic silver. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen it a million times in the video, so you know what it is. My wife wanted that color silver, so we had to especially ask for that one instead of do a dealer swap. They swapped out. They had it was like a reddish maroon one. It was ugly, and they swapped it for the silver one, and I like the silver one a lot better. Much better, yeah. And then I told those girls back in the day, I'm like, hey, this is what I want from a relationship. I'm not looking for a relationship. I don't mind being friends. I don't mind hanging out. If you want to do stuff like that, that's cool. But I am not interested in dating anybody right now. And so it's up to you what you guys want to do. And I laid on the line. If they weren't interested, totally understood. Wasn't there to pressure them or anything. But I liked not having any stress to deal with. It was a lot easier for me. And there you go, Alejandro. That's the way I worked it all the time. That's all the time. My wife is half Asian, Cody. If you didn't know. Latin girl, I never messed with them because they weren't ever around. In North Florida, there's really no Spanish girls there. Definitely here in Kissimmee, they're everywhere. But yeah, that's about it. You guys are crazy. All right, guys, last minute questions, and I'm going to go ahead and drop the live stream. I'm pretty tired, and we're going to get it out of here. Indian girls, there's very few that look very good. Very few. They're very rare. You know what I mean? So I've seen one or two that really look good, but they're very rare. You guys are going back and forth. You guys have fun. Any last minute questions before I drop out? Any last minute questions? And we'll be back to normal programming as normal starting next week. So I hope you guys don't mind me taking vacations once in a while. I've got to get away from once in a while. We usually try and take a vacation about every 3 months, just giving you guys a heads up. So because I have 5 weeks vacation per year now at my job, so it's usually about every 3 months I'm on vacation. Redheads. If you get a hot looking redhead, which are very rare, hot redheads are very rare. So if you can get one of those, then yes. What's up, Alex? About to get asleep. I see you changed your name. You're getting in here a little late, but yeah, we're about to go, man. Next location for your vacation. I think we're going on another cruise that either goes out of New York up to Quebec, or it starts in Quebec and goes down to New York. It's one of the two. They're really rare, and the hot redheads. Freaks. Oh my God. I don't know what it is about redheads. They are not shy. Let's put it that way. We'll go from there. They're not shy. So hopefully you guys help you guys out some. If you can find one, they are not shy. They will do it all. So there you go. Anyways, yeah, I've been there and done that in the past. So just so I know. Anyways, guys, I'm out for the night. Thanks so much for hanging with me. I know we didn't have a huge night tonight. It's more of a laid back night, but thanks so much for stopping by. I hope I helped you guys out. And again, I'm going to off to try and answer some of the questions or comments from earlier in the week. and we'll go from there. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure you tell your friends about it. Again, let's get this channel pumping up again. It's been a little slow the last week, but obviously I wasn't here, but we're going to pump it back up again. So I'll see you guys at the very next video. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for being a part of my channel. Big ups. Talk to you guys a little bit later.